Alright, hey everybody, welcome to episode 14 of Shattering. When last we left off, the party was doing a tournament arc. So
Tournament dog!
So one of our players who couldn't make it, Lucia Tivanta, Star Cow, I had him roll off camera for rolls, so if I could get a point recap total of each player in order, starting with Chance.
Let me pull up my notes because I actually haven't marked down my notes.
I'm sorry, you didn't say that wrong. It was Chance the rapper.
I wish.
Right. So much money.
I'd actually be able to afford to commission stuff for my characters.
Yeah. Something
Chance has a total points of 24.
Okay.
Yes. Good
Next
job.
up is what does Stroll then have?
Strovan has a total of 28 points from archery and 20 from jousting, therefore a total of 48.
Sick. Star Cow?
Nice.
Hello everybody.
I got 35 in total from jousting and archery,
35.
with a big help from Conlia, so I will have to say that thank you, Conlia, for the assistance.
Yeah, as it turns out, I forgot that there's this funny little spell called Enhance Ability, and I only got to use it on Tavanta because I forgot about it for myself.
Yeah. Skylar, what's your point total at?
32.
Cool. Conley, what you got?
I am at exactly 30. I got 30 in the archery, and then nothing else beyond that.
Cool.
Oh man, if only you had enhanced ability.
Alright, so
Archery score.
for the next part, this is a mock combat King of the Hill style fight. Essentially, your team will be pitted up against another team, and to the victor goes the spoils. So, let me make sure that I have all this shit done, because for whatever reason I didn't put Moyle on here. So I'm going to line you guys
see how
up.
it is. Forget about Moyle.
Yeah, forget about him. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to organize everything here real quick. Oops, excuse me. It's going to be your team of 6 versus another team of 6.
Let's fucking go!
And let's see. Let's do anything fun.
I'm really nice.
Sure. I guess you can. Sure. Why not? So we'll do
What happened?
Sorry, I forgot to put one of the dudes on here. Forgot which one I did. Give me a second. Yeah, it's probably this guy. Okay. Grab these, scoot them down. There we go. There and there. Alright. So, let me go ahead and put you guys on the correct map here.
Oh, we are not that far out.
No.
We are not.
So, you guys are each lined up roughly 30 feet from the center podium. In order to gain points for this competition, you have to be within the area of the circle. So that means the steps count as well. You can be on the steps, and that's fine. At the end of 3 rounds, the amount of people on each team is tallied. The team with the most amount of people wins the points for that round. Every round is 10 points. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Those points are given to each member of the team. So, if Conlia and Chance and Tavanta are all on the circle, and you get the points, you each get 10.
Got it.
Knockouts of the NPCs award 10 points.
Ooh.
And And then, as I was saying before, no magic of 4th level or higher. That shouldn't be a problem for you, but it might be for the NPCs. And yeah, good fucking luck. So let's start this thing off by
Wow,
rolling.
that's a tiny circle, bro.
Okay, well, wait. You said that there was a. You said that this was a best of 3 or no?
So after 3 rounds, I tally the points. There's going to be
Okay.
3 tallying of points. There's nine total rounds that this thing can go, with an extra 10th one if there's a tiebreaker. And the team with the most cumulative points wins. So
At the
keep
end
track of these points separately, because it's going to determine your team's total.
Okay. To the bust
You're
around,
wrong
right?
again. I recommend avoiding bunching up too close to the enemy team. Just a friendly heads up from your druid. I don't plan on being nice.
Neither do they.
Neither do I.
Yeah, that does a lot of people. Okay. Spread this
Only-
out a little bit.
We're here to have good, clean fun, sir.
Ow, ow.
Don't
Okay.
tell me you don't feel that blood pumping in your veins. It's time to fight.
So their magic user gets to go first.
My initiative didn't count for some reason.
Oh, where are you? Did you click on your token first or no?
I thought I did, but it didn't even fucking roll, so it might pop up and it got, fucking bumblefuck.
There it goes. 22.
Oh,
So no.
Go, baby, let's
So
go,
no,
baby.
never mind. Strollvan gets to go first. So your magic caster gets to go first.
Go, baby. Fuck him up.
what the mo-
Fuck him up, baby.
I'm not that kind of a wizard, sir.
Well, then get to the middle. Then get ready to fuck them up.
Bonus section, bleed song, action, mirror image.
Alright.
Okay, so go ahead and put the fucking concentration and your song, which would be fucking there. You have a clock for a face yet again. And I'm actually gonna
Yay.
add a custom item on here.
So, do you want me to just go up in their face and try to wail on them, or are we playing defensive?
Playing defensive. Play it by ear. Right now, you're the first one up, so you should probably get it first and play defensively. It's whoever gets there first has to be on the defensive, so I guess it's you, Bubba.
Okay, so that's your action and bonus. You doing anything else?
40 feet movement to get up on the hill.
Cool.
That's my turn.
Their mage gets to go.
Alright.
Oh no.
He's going to use one of the fun spells I found. And he's going to cast Vortex Warp on you.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a fun spell. It's added from the new expansion.
Yeah, from Strixhaven. So go ahead and make me a con save, please.
And when my blade song is active, I get to use that on the con save.
That's not bad.
Not bad at
So
all.
17.
So that's
Oh,
a
no.
no. But he attempts to, like, you can see, like, as you, like, rush up to the top of the platform, a gate forms in front of you, which looks like on the other side of it, there's just, like, the trees, like, 90 feet away from the circle. And you manage to, like, stop right before it twist your body in such a way that the vortex doesn't catch you.
I say, that's quite rude.
And he's gonna go 25, 30 and get on the steps up here. Okay. Chance.
All right.
Let's go, Hunter. Let's go.
Hey, those guys are all within a rather nice proximity. Fireball.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
We get the fireball.
You mad lad.
So at most you can hit all of them with fireball. You can hit all of them, or you can also angle it up like that and hit the mage. But it's up to you.
Nah, I'll hit all the guys in the back.
Yeah.
The mage, I'm not that worried about. The rest of us can deal with him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
So Chance kind of just runs up, says just shouts a word in infernal, and then just the air explodes over those guys.
So this guy has advantage.
What's your
Oh!
Yeah, baby. What's your spell save?
Is
That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
That's okay.
I mean, hey, it's safe for half.
That's it's same as half. Positive. It's also so what's actually that's good. I like the spell save.
My spell save is 16.
Okay.
Because I have a 20 intelligence.
Oh, this poor scout. Scout is immediately knocked out, unconscious. So they're gone. They should.
Pardon, sir.
Nice.
The veteran
Very
does not
good.
make it, so he takes the full 30.
Yeah, it's a shame I didn't roll any ones, because I could get off of my flames like this. By the way, give me my aura, please.
I will. You can put it on yourself, you know. If you want to.
I don't actually know how.
You have to go into the
Right click your
fucking
token,
thing.
then from there go scroll down until you see aura.
You're on your phone or your computer.
Your computer. What's the radius of those?
5.
Like,
You can change the color of the two if you want to. The thug.
Although
Right,
I'm not sure if he could make his aura visible to everybody.
No, this is the
Nope,
berserker.
it's
I can see
the
it.
I mean, he's literally cloaked in flame.
No, I meant the mechanic, not mechanic. I mean the hardware, I guess, software.
Software.
You know what I mean.
The thug makes it, so he takes 15.
It may actually matter because of that Duragar.
The
So I'm
Durgar
gonna
got
actually
it down. So
give
he's-
the light aura.
Okay. So that's your round.
Is it only 10 points to the person who knocks someone out, or
Yeah.
okay?
So he just got 10 points, which is good. Good
What
job.
the fuck is that? Why do you have a giant
that
yellow
second-
circle?
That's the bright light aura. I'm only having that because of the Duragar. That might matter.
It doesn't.
Oh, hold on.
You guys are out in the middle of a field in bright light anyway. So if it was gonna matter, it would already did.
You know, fair enough.
Okay. So that's your turn. The veteran's gonna go.
Did it have bonus action that I can do? I don't think so.
Ah, fuck! I keep on forgetting to roll for familiar.
Okay. 2 longsword attacks and a short sword attack on Strollvan, because that's the only person he can get to.
Alright.
Cool. So
Sounds good.
natural 20, and then 24 and 18.
Silvery Barb.
Was that disadvantage?
Roll
No,
that nat 20 again. Roll that dice and replace it.
Nah, I don't want to. Oh, you're gonna get counterspelled.
Oh damn!
Someone ain't fucking around here.
So natural
Okay.
20 for 13, 24 for 5, and 18 for 4. Whichever one of those hit.
18 miss.
Yeah, take off your shit. That's his turn.
Okay.
Next up is the spy. The Duergar. He's got some shit. He is going to disappear from the field.
Oh wait, mirror image.
I think a natural 20 hits you anyway, right?
No, a mirror image would take it if I rolled 16 or 8 or higher.
On all those, right? You need to roll for all 3.
Yeah.
Not the ones I miss, I believe.
So not the
Pretty sure the
two
24
that
hits you, right?
Well, it was 2 out of 3 that hit. That's
Yeah.
what he was saying.
used to make sure that the mirror images get hit, not him.
No, it's each time a creature targets you with an attack. So, all 3 of them need to roll, regardless of whether they hit or not.
So 19, 8, and 1.
So the first one, the
Critical would go to the mirror. Second one would go to the mirror. Third one would go to the
you,
mirror.
but I missed. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Okay, so you have 1 mirror left.
Yep.
That's probably gonna matter. I got 10 points for not for the KO, right?
Yes.
Yep. Mark it down.
Is it my turn? Or
Yes, it is Skylar's turn.
okay.
Hey boys, that means the wizard doesn't have a reaction anymore.
So anyways, I would like to make 3 halberd attacks on this guy's face.
Sure.
Do a 16 hit.
Yes.
Smite. So that's 26 damage.
You're getting 26 from.
Oh wait, no, my bad, 22.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't counterspell
That's a
the
miss.
fireball.
Okay.
Probably because this team is more one of convenience than actual
Yep.
camaraderie.
Ah,
And that's a miss.
It could be real bad at the jobs.
Can I put my foot on the, does that count if I put my foot on the thing? Or do I have to be entirely on it?
I'm not counting where you are as on the circle. You need to be at least
Got it.
1 space below that or to the right to be on top.
Understood. Understood, and my turn.
Yeah. Thug, who is still up. Go his. Will you stop it, please? Thank you.
Sorry, just drawing it out.
I know. 30 feet of movement. So he's gonna go on the other side. He's gonna make his melee attacks. Yeah, that's enough. And Tavanta, you're up.
Hi, first of all, sorry form. Archer. Would you like me to ping the starter form real quick?
Yep. An 11 or higher.
What do you
Start a duplicate.
Constellation of Archer appears on you when you activate this form, and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can make a ranged spell attack, which I will do. 60 feet. I think the major is in 60 feet of me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to.
It's a miss.
That is unfortunate. Second thing I'm gonna do, since I was given the instruction, go hard. My cast this.
Yeah, that'll work.
And let's do that. Add the mage.
Okay.
Just the record on top of the mage.
Yeah, he's not saving from that.
42 DiMaggio's bit.
That's a really good roll.
What is it? Fucking...
What happened?
Just trying to see how big the thing is.
It's only 5
5
foot.
feet. Yeah. So it's basically 4
Honestly,
squares.
I would put it there so that you can pop both that guy and that guy.
You can't hit. It's a
Oh,
point.
So it's 5.
It's a point, not a square.
Each creature within 5 feet of that point.
Yes, and the points are the corners of the squares. So you
Okay,
can hit
fair
one
enough.
or the other, not both.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
I want to hit the mage. And then 30 feet can get me where?
On the platform.
Will I
To
be
either side of
burnt by
chance
my
or down here.
Will I get burnt by chance if I enter that radius?
No.
Only if you attack,
Cool.
I'm pretty sure.
Phlegethos only procs if I get hit with it. If you're so unless you smack me with a weapon, you won't get burnt.
I'm thinking about it sometimes. You know, I always think about smacking you. Go right
Hey,
here, buddy.
don't threaten him with a good time.
So chance and magic boys.
Give yourself 10 points, by the way, because you knocked the wizard down.
Oh,
Scout is
cool.
gone. Conlia is up next.
I'll mark that down. 10 points for me. Fuck that
Moving.
wizard.
This is on the square, correct?
No. Oh yes, sorry.
Or on the-
Sorry. I thought I was looking at a different square. Yes, that's on the circle.
Alright.
Conley do some crazy shit.
I don't want to do anything too crazy because we have this way under control.
Yeah, but we could have it even more under control.
Use everything.
And we still have that spy that's around here somewhere.
I think I'm just gonna guiding bolt this dude.
Okay.
First level,
Miss.
a 10 for 14. Yeah, just figures.
Anything else?
Is that a bonus action or an action? This is an action.
Got any-
Guess that's it.
Well, the berserker might as well fucking get his reckless in. Go hits 30. Let's see. He could really only get Strovan, so he's going to.
I'm leaving the shovel and you take it.
Strovan put himself in range of everybody, so they're just gonna go for you.
Look, it's good. It's all good.
I'm an intern, sir.
19 to 12.
I mean, I could roll a mirror image, but
So
it
you
still
have to
wouldn't
roll
hit
your
me.
image.
It's still it depends on whether the mirror image is shattered though. So because your mirror image's AC is different than your AC.
Yeah. 10 plus dex.
Yep. So last mirror image
So
gone.
it hits the mirror image and it disappears. So your mirror images are now gone.
It served its purpose.
This did.
His bud. I believe in you.
Miles gonna dash because he can't because he.
For some reason, I really thought you said Moyle's gonna dab.
He's gonna dab.
That's
Dab
what I
on the
heard too.
Hatrons.
Oh my god! Fuck off.
88 points of psychic damage.
88 points of psychic damage to me IRL.
Nope.
40-20 psychic damage. Alright, what's he doing?
Well, he did dash, and that's all he could do.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have. He has basic movement, so he can't exactly just get in for that. Oh, a bonus action will activate Autumn Star.
Okay. So the pumpkin mace comes to life in his hand. Second round, Strollvan, you're up.
I'm sorry, pumpkin mace.
Yeah, the pumpkin. Oh yeah,
Oh
you're
yeah, you were here for that.
So part of the reward for killing Jack and Irons, you get a flail, which is called Autumn's Star. It's a pumpkin with the handle being the vine. And if you activate its command word as a bonus action, it does extra fire damage, and it also has the Spirit of Streng, their warrior, their like most prized warrior inside of it. It's a sentient talking pumpkin flail.
That smells of pumpkin spice.
Yes, that smells of cinnamon and firewood.
Nice. That's cool.
It's like every time he activates, it smells like a fucking Tiffany's.
I was gonna say it smells like autumn family get-togethers, but
I'm gonna take that reaction, by the way.
Smells like a white girl Starbucks trip.
Wait, reaction from what?
From the thug and from the spy, because you're moving out of their range.
Oh, wait, I'm still in Thug's range, aren't I?
Yeah.
I could not see that guy on the background, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I couldn't see it either, that's why. Anyway, so roll for him.
19.
Miss.
What is your
And now
name?
for the Thug.
Berserker.
That was the thug.
Berserk. Oh, from the Berserker.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I gotta do this one too.
Still miss.
And the Berserker, which has advantage because of Reckless, 14.
Wait, why does Berserker have it? I'm still within his range. Isn't that a Berserker?
No, that's
the
the other guy.
veteran. That's a veteran, not a Berserker.
Oh.
And there's the spy.
Huh. Okay, so far everything missed, thank God. I'm gonna go for the veteran.
Cool.
Advantage, right? Because I'm flanking?
No, we're not doing that.
Otherwise, you would have been hit a lot more.
Probably. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
that
not.
would've
We would
been
have
a
advantage
lot.
against you.
That would have been a lot rougher. I get it, rougher, dog, rough.
The spiders would have fucked us up even harder.
Well, Spy
Oh,
is
yeah, those-
not hidden anymore. I'm gonna go for the wizard then.
What's
The wizard's unconscious.
dead.
God damn it.
Just stab the veteran.
Fine.
He got struck by lightning from somewhere. I don't know what happened.
It's a sudden
In
storm
that
cloud.
case, I just blade dance around, I guess, literally, and I'm just going to stab him while I'm standing on here.
Do the Levi like blade fucking storm move and swear around. That's a miss.
I don't think 14 hits though.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Question: are we doing like another King of the Hill after this, or is it just like one team versus
The one
team?
combat,
then
that's it.
This is one comment, bro. We got it.
I want to, like I said, I want to
Alright.
finish the tournament arc today. So
All right.
Go as hard as possible.
I know what you're gonna do. Do it,
Another
Hunter.
fireball.
Yeah, baby.
I want to.
Fuck them all up.
Fucking fireball. I want a zone, so I just hit those three.
hold on.
You might be able to get the veteran without getting oil, or shit, get oil. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I get all four of them. Yeah, fuck it. I'll get all four of them.
Fuck them up.
Okay,
Do it. I believe in you.
you're gonna get
I'm
counterspell.
gonna.
I'm sorry. Well, unless someone else has another counterspell, the counterspell, his counterspell,
Hey,
I
counterspell by who?
by the spy.
Yeah. I know who else.
No, he can't. He already used his reaction.
Oh,
He
you're
did.
right.
He tried to attack me.
All right, then they're all gonna fucking die then. So I mean, the
Yeah,
spy
but-
is gone. He can't survive. He only had 3 HP.
Yeah. Add that. Instead of 29, it's more than that because I rerolled the 2 ones.
Yeah, sure. I don't know if it's gonna matter, but okay. The veteran
It's a 35, by the way.
Save, so he's gonna try. The Berserker goes
Good job. Good job.
does his thing, and the Thug does his thing. 14. So the Veteran's the only one that saved.
35 damage.
So minus 2 and then plus 8, so total of plus 6 to that. It means it's 35 total damage.
Yep.
So with 35, only the Berserker is still up. And the Berserker and the Veteran are the only two that are still up. What's half of 35? It's 17?
Yeah.
17 off of him. 17 off of him.
Good points. Good
Spy
points.
is
Good
knocked
points.
unconscious, and the Thug takes like 30 bajillion points of damage, so he's knocked out. Even if he saved, he would have been knocked
Yeah,
out.
it's a chance
so
to
it
kind of
doesn't-
just. This best time he just fucking snaps his fingers and like fucking Roy Mustang and thing will explode.
Oh yeah, just snap, 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 snap.
Alright.
And that's another
Oh,
20
snap.
points.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
So the Veteran and the Duergar are up next, but the Duergar is gone. There's physically not a way for them to score enough points to win this, so the combat is over. There's no way. But we are still going to go because knockouts count as points. So add your extra 20 for the Duergar and for the Thug, and then the Veteran's going to go.
Well, Chance just slingshotted in the lead of all of us.
This is like for bragging rights and individual points at this point.
Yeah.
So the Veteran's going to smack the shit out of you as hard as he can.
Who's this smacking?
Chance.
Me.
That's fair.
Hey,
18, 14, and 14.
The
I believe
18 hits and Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
and I believe I can make a sensible attack. Alright, no,
No. It's within
that-
5 feet of you, right?
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
I'm
Oh.
gonna re-roll those two ones.
Yeah, that's why that's
Wow.
Much
Well,
good. Excuse me. Oh my god. He saves from it. But I don't
takes
think
that
it
damage.
matters. What's the total damage? It's 17 plus 2?
19.
19.
Okay, it still matters, so it's fine.
He also takes another D4.
It's gonna be 9 points of damage plus.
He takes another
plus,
3 because of.
3. Yeah. So actually, you did 12. He had 11, so he's out.
That's another
So
time.
he smacks to me, and then he immediately just bursts into flames.
Yep. It's like, ha! He slashes you across your chest, and then, like, a miniature sun just appears in his face, and he dies. Or he would die if there wasn't magic protecting him.
And that's another 10 points.
Good job, Bubba. Magic is OP. Confirmed.
Okay. The spy is gone. Skylar, you're up.
Bonk. Do I have advantage because of Reckless?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to say something, but it's not the time to say it.
Probably not, no. Nice.
Second level spite.
Alright. I mean, just go ahead and nuke him. You got a good amount of hit points to chunk through still, so just saying. Ooh, that's
Do I
extra 10.
double that? That's 10?
It's double the dice rolled, so actually you need to roll another 3d8.
Okay. let's
Oh
roll.
God in heaven.
Literally.
Sure.
Oh, that's one of those gods in heaven.
Uh,
Hallowed be
Okay,
thy breath.
so 17 and 10 is 27, plus another 8 is
Yeah.
35, which is literally exactly the amount of hit points he has, so he's out. You guys have been
And,
doing exact damage, like, really, really well.
so that happened.
indeed.
And we're all in the circle.
Yeah, I mean, you all get the points at the end of the third round. So 10 points to everybody, and then
Yay.
make sure that you mark your 10 for
Thanks.
knocking out the thug, and then that's combat over.
I got
So,
20 points from that total.
I'm at 74 points.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm at
Nice.
42.
I got
I got
65.
I got 20 points for 2 rounds. That's about it.
Moyle literally ran up and did nothing. He just like, oh, you all got it handled.
wait.
All right.
Oh, wait,
Just be over here.
so y'all get like 20.
No, you don't get 20 per one round. It's at the third round we all get 10 points. So
So do we all
10
get,
points plus everyone you knocked out.
okay.
So I got 20 extra points, bringing me, I think, to 50.
I got 52.
Fucking hell. Fireball,
Good
man.
job,
Just
Steve.
fireball.
Good job.
Just
Good
fireball.
job.
Fireball.
Savanta will clap you on the back.
Good job.
That's
This
why I
is,
was
you know.
surprised. Like, why didn't he use the counterspell on the first fireball?
You don't know.
I was as
I mean,
soon
I'm
as
You want to roll
guessing
an
it's
inside
because-
check? You can roll an inside check, and I'll tell you.
I will ask him after when he wakes up.
I
They're all
wanna
being
roll
carted
an
off to
instant.
medical tents, so unless you want to like hang out there for a little while.
I'll roll the Chance and Moyle will roll insight because like I actually have got guess on this as well. That's okay.
I roll person.
I mean, just based off of his own movements and patterns, he was not in it for the team. He was trying to get points for himself, and he was like, "Oh, I'm the big shot magic caster. I'm gonna fucking win." And then no, it didn't work at all.
No.
Just two explosions back to back.
Yeah, and to be fair, he's not. So this is like a, it's a young man. He's probably a student. So he's going off of just his own talent alone. When working as a team would have been a lot better. It would have gotten him more points in the long run if he had prevented a shit ton of damage, so that his team could get up on the plinth. But he's a selfish, fucking dumbass college student, basically. So he didn't get nothing.
Anyone that survived y'all, I had another call lightning and ready for.
Yeah. I mean, there were 3 people
I-
within 5 feet of a point that you could have chosen that could immediately die.
I sit waiting just like that. Okay, and we're done here.
As a note, I also have because I redid some of my spells. Like I took off a spell. I have fireball, and lightning bolt.
Nice.
If I had prepared for the session better, I would have gotten Zenithar Stroll Tidal Wave, and that would have been great.
Oh yeah, the wizard definitely had that too. he had the shut people 90 feet away from the thing spell, and he had gravity spells to slow you down, but he didn't get to use any of them.
By the way,
Because
we
he
should
got
have
exploded
considered.
and struck by lightning.
We should have considered trying to feed all of the points to one person to make sure that that person gets as far ahead as possible. I don't know if it would have mattered, but
I mean,
I think
We
I
can't.
think Chance got it. I think we're good.
you
Yeah.
can if you pass your rounds and
yeah, pass
Yeah,
rounds, do a low damage, buff chance, all that, or buff whoever.
just
to,
unarmed strike, do 3 damage at a
scroll
time
them.
until someone
Yeah.
can come along with another thing, and then funnel all the points to them. It's possible. It gives them chances to do things, but yeah.
I think it went about.
I
as-
wasn't worried about the Spire, the veteran at that point.
I don't think a lot of people.
Oh, sorry, the Berserker or the veteran at that point.
No, Chance.
Is this the point where we do, I believe the book called a group huddle?
Nope. We won. There's no need for. We're good. We won.
The book
Ah,
called the
there you
group
go.
huddle? What in the world?
What's a book? What is? We did good. You did good. Everyone did good. There's no need for group. We did.
I don't know, so it felt like I was just there to draw attention.
And to be fair, you did go far ahead.
I
you
cast
worked
a
on
singular
it.
spell and missed. You did
It's
fine.
fine. Well, think about it
no,
like this. Because you were there to draw the attention, the rest of us were able to cast spells and do other stuff without worry. Therefore, you aided us in helping us win.
If you say so, sir.
Yes, you
I mean,
did good.
if any of them were competent casters, they would have been able to counter either my fireballs or his lightning.
Indeed.
So the fact that they were all focused on you made our jobs easier.
If you say so, sir. Thank you for your kind words.
I was expecting more of a slug, but that was very easy. That was good. That was very good. I feel good about ourselves as a team.
I
We
must
haven't really
say,
encountered anyone who's been too difficult to take care of.
I must
Yeah,
say,
I'm
sir, I
doing-
think those bandits we encounter had actually more bite, I believe is the correct term.
Well, there's also, direct magical field keeping things from being too dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm fairly certain that weren't the case, most of the other team would just be outright dead right now. Because explosions directly to the face.
And
And then-
smite directly to the face.
And lightning directly to the face.
And holy magic. Oh wait, I missed.
Very good, sir.
It's fine, Talia. Don't beat yourself up.
Yes.
Fine,
you
I'm
did
just angry. I haven't gotten any points since archery, and I'm terrible at archery.
You just got 10 points. What do you mean?
Yes! Exactly, I just got 10 points, that's all I've done. I didn't even do anything.
Hey, no, don't. Hey, do not beat yourself up.
I'm not beating myself up, just kind of
It sounds like you're beating yourself up. I know it's frustrating. It's okay.
It's just kind of funny. I'm terrible at archery. We go to jousting. I lose in the match right before getting points. And then when it comes down to the King of the Hill, I don't get any extra. It's alright. It's fine. It's just a little funny is all.
Shakes his head.
I will say, arguably, most of the points that the rest of us acquired in the archery is because of you. Because of your assistance, so...
Yes.
Exactly!
I definitely wouldn't have made it this far in the jousting if it weren't for you, Conlia, so.
Yeah, I wish I would have remembered my
Hey,
spells.
I'm appreciative. It's fine. Conlia.
Okay. So,
And it
As you
didn't
guys-
even occur to me to use the spell bless in the
We're just
competition.
we're just in a vague circle, just like all like trying to hide
you're
Conlia.
literally all just hanging out. So, real quick. So, as you're talking and walking, let's say, you're essentially directed to the stage in the center of town, where some bonus points are awarded to people based on the
Oh.
judges who are in this thing and how they like to award points.
Mm.
So Chance, you get an extra 10. 5 from Daphne of the Iron Cross, and 5 from Sir Roderick Height, Knight of Roses.
May I ask why? Like, what was the reasoning? I'm curious.
You can at the ball tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Total destruction
Oh, I'm
points.
surprised they didn't say anything like, as they were awarding the points.
Nope, they just tell you who awarded them and to what person. Strollvan gets 5 from Sir Belfast.
Mm.
I just bow politely at him.
Sir Sigmund Belfast.
He really, for me, feels like really slow.
Let's see.
Thank you very much, sir.
And then I think that's pretty much it.
Sadness.
But
No bonus
Nobody
point
else
for
did
the
anything
explosion. Because the explosion is art, you know.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tavanta didn't get any points for lightning striking someone.
No, the fireballs did a
cool.
lot more.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. It's cool. I'm happy.
So is it just like 5 points every once in a while, or is there like more points being divvied out to some of the other people?
This was this was at the behest of the judges. They can provide extra points to certain events
Yes.
depending on how they are done.
I'm guessing the losing team didn't get a lot because they kind of got shat on.
No, the losing team was also awarded points to add to
Nice.
their own shit.
Fastest death?
The who was it? The veteran who just ran in there and did basically the same thing as Strollman, held the line. He got an extra 10 from Sigmund and from Kyron Wintergrasp. That was pretty much it. He was the only one who got points. I don't think anyone else earned it really.
The veteran just took his sword and smacked Chance across the face, and he immediately exploded.
Yeah. Wait. There's one. I think there's one who can. Outstanding. Yeah. Who killed the wizard? Was it Tavante?
Yeah, it's Tavante.
Tavante gets an extra 5 from Kyron Wintergrasp.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
For humbling the mage.
Everyone's a gangster until they get struck by lightning.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Oh yeah,
So
I think
then
Moyle
the
should have. By the way, this wouldn't have mattered, but I think I think Moyle would have also been covered in fire.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't. I'm just saying that for the sake of style points.
Yeah. Considering that Moyle is a summon, he doesn't add to any of your points or anything.
Yeah,
So if you
I
added
know.
extra
Oh
shit-
wait, no, not yet. I don't get the cocaine with fire thing till next level. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't get extra points for him being on the thing, nor do you get points for him knocking people out. So if you counted any of those, then take them off.
I didn't, because he didn't knock anyone out. He just stood there.
Yeah, but, I mean the rest of you got 10 points just for being on the thing, but he counts as your summon, so it wouldn't be fair to double points, right?
Yeah, because
yeah.
then somebody can just like cast conjure animals and like just a
Yeah, no,
thousand. of
that's
them.
why. That's why I didn't count it. I was
That would
way
be
ahead of y'all.
crazy. You just summon like 8 different like spiders or whatever, and just have them hang out on the edge.
Rack up points, baby.
It's like,
Yeah,
80
you can.
points. Fucking insane.
Gotta be great, bro.
Fucking dick. Alright. I guess like the rest of the day is basically yours while the other mock combats are going on. And then tonight there is a ball, like a dinner where the highest scoring individuals are invited to attend.
So all of us.
Yeah, all of you, clearly.
Okay.
There's going to be a handful of other people from the other half of the events, but essentially the ball is there for you to socialize and kind of celebrate how far you've gotten and who basically the front runners are of this week-long thing. And then it'll be a team of you guys versus another team of NPCs for the final hunt.
Fun. Do we know the rules of that? Have those been explained to us, or is it just ball time?
Yeah. So essentially, whoever's running the tournament or the guards or whatever have captured wargs, and the wargs are going to be let loose into the forest, and you're going to have to hunt it down. The points are going to be determined by whoever gets the cleanest kill. And by what I mean by that is whoever gets it closest to 0 hit points when it goes down gets extra points. The team who fells their warg first gets the points for the entire event. But the person who gets it closest to 0 when it gets knocked out is the winner of the extras.
So it's not like the thing has to be a 1 piece, so I can just fucking just lightning bolt the fucker from a mile away.
Yeah, if you
I
lightning bolt
think
it and
that's
it
what
does
he's
like
saying.
20 extra damage, then first of all the corpse is not going to be cool. it's gonna be awful. And secondly, you're gonna miss out on some bonus points for doing it.
Yeah.
So no-
Well, I was saying like if it's like I was asking about clean kill, like if it's the corpses in one piece or something like that. Or is it just
Basically,
like
extra damage over the top will damage the corpse, and the least fucked up corpse is going to be awarded extra
Alright.
points for the person who took it down, the individual person who took it down.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess it's one locating the wargs. So
locate's gonna be the biggest issue here.
we have like 2 familiars among us. We could definitely have 2 like hawks and have them survey from above.
I could keep it from running away with command.
There you go.
And then
So I don't have a
only works on
hawk.
humanoids, I think.
Man,
Can you not-
a
can
creature
you
you
not
can see within
sense-
range.
Or that can understand you, or just anything.
No, a creature you can see within range. Speak a one-word command word to a creature you can see within range.
Bad dog.
Oh, if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if the command is directly harmful to it. Okay, fuck.
Yeah.
There it
I
is.
was like, that's not right. So anyway, you guys.
Oh man.
Can I wear that specially tailored suit that has star patterns that we have? That I
Can I-
have?
Yeah.
Can I wear that nice dress?
Yeah.
You bought them, so you might as well.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Covered in-
I assume that we would have known about the ball beforehand, right?
Yeah, it's on the
'Cause I-
itinerary.
Yeah, I probably would. I out of character, I didn't think to buy anything, but Chance probably would have because he's more socially minded than me, at least vaguely.
Okay. Look up the cost of fine clothes and take off that gold.
Fine clothes is expensive. I think I'll just wear my vestments. I don't think
Stock
that's...
pound dripped out, motherfucker. Let's go.
Go.
One second, let me double check something real quick.
15 gold, got it. I'm tempted to spend 30 gold just so I could have fucking Moyle and a tux, just for the lulz.
Fucking you coward.
Good.
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Definitely.
Moyle
Alright.
and Chance both show up.
All of a sudden,
fucking
we're doing
with the
Black
drip.
Butler. Sounds good.
Yes. It's my dream.
Fuck it, we got the drip. We got the drip.
We got that drip. We got that drip. So pretty much all of us are either investments or tempt the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in my scholarly robe then.
Sounds good. Alrighty. So if no one else has anything else to do during the day, then we can skip right to the nighttime when the ball happens.
I think we're good. I mean, we basically cast a few spells, that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. So, as the sun begins to set and the night begins to fall, you take the. I'm guessing you have a cart, right? So just take your cart up to the castle. Castle Sine is on. It's on like a hill that sort of overlooks the town. You guys are let through the front gate. The guards, obviously knowing who you are, you're on the list. And you were led to essentially through the front courtyard, which is like essentially you're driving through like a garden pathway. There are like planters of different colored flowers and plants. And there's a couple trees planted, and you're basically clopping along on a cobblestone path that leads up to the front gate. Once at the front gate, you are let in and into the main ballroom, which is this like really opulently presented, like wide open space. You can see that there's a number of people like dressed in fine clothing and wearing the different outfits. Those of you with high enough passive perception can tell that some of these outfits differ in styles, in terms of like, there are certain people who look like they're not from the general populace here. Like Anik has a very specific style to it, but there are other people wearing different styles that you can't immediately place, except for maybe Conlia. But you know that they're not from like around here, visiting foreign dignitaries or something like that. You can see that there are a number of people, including the judges. So there is obviously Sir Kyron Wintergrass, Sir Sigmund Belfast, Roderick Height, the Knight of Roses, who is dressed in a fucking bright scarlet tuxedo, essentially, with a top hat. Daphne of the Iron Cross has opted not to take off her armor and appear more of like a military formal. You can see in like a dark like pinstripe suit, Hadrigan is very, Hadrigan and Daphne seem to travel a lot together. They kind of stick by each other and have their own little circle going on. The three princes are off to the end of the room, each sitting at their own place at a long dining room table, and all three of them are being. There's like a line to meet them and shake their hand. And, it's like the president's dinner where he stands there for like an hour and a half just shaking hands with people as they move through the party. So that's those three, and then there are a number of the faculty of the Thaugrist Academy here, distinguishable by their academy robes, which are like a black satin robe with purple, purple undertones, stuff like that, and a patch that has the Thaugrist Academy symbol on it, which is an eye on a triangular shield.
So, what's everyone's plan for the gathering? Also, you got that cut looked at, right? Right, Chance?
No, I didn't really think about it.
Hand on shoulder, get cure wounds. If this doesn't heal you all the way, just let me know.
It does.
Okay. That should take care of that.
I believe the social etiquette would call for we greet our host, then have polite few words, then enjoy
Lots
if
of
there's
wandering
activities.
to include
Well, Strolven, if you would like to greet our host, you can get mine.
I would love to. However, I am not the expedition lead, therefore it will be not my place to do so, sir.
We have a leader?
We have a leader?
Strolven, you've been promoted to leader. Congratulations, get in line.
Let's not. Stroven's a bit new. He hasn't really seen us.
I believe the demon or devil, if I apologize for getting the term incorrectly, but he might be a better leader than I to experience. So,
We're not
yes.
having Moyle lead us.
When you say demon or devil, you should probably specify which one of the three of us that you're talking about.
there
Also,
is a
please don't do that, it makes me slightly uncomfortable.
If no one else wants to, yes, I'll do it.
blood meeting with higher ups. They always kind of stuffing. You can go ahead and deal with that, Chance.
So in the
I didn't realize you all needed a leader to leave y'all's conclave.
Huh.
in the characters section of the Discord, you can see several new tokens which represent various members of the faculty / other people that kind of catch your eye as you're walking through the party.
Who is the second to last lady token?
Yeah,
It's the last lady token.
the drow person.
I think it's a drow.
That is a drow, yes.
Okay.
So she's dressed, let's call it modestly for a drow. It is a sheer black dress that doesn't leave a lot to the imagination, but it's better than the chainmail bikinis that they usually wear. And it has those purple undertones, denoting her to be one of the members of the the Thalgravist Academy. She's faculty there.
Okay, I have a question. Who the fuck is Penguin from Batman?
That guy. So across the way, he is dressed in like this big, heavy, like fur coat with a black like top hat, and you notice that he while appearing from a distance outwardly noble and dressed in quote unquote fine things, like if you get a little bit closer, you notice that he's kind of grimy looking. Like his hair is kind of greasy, and his beard is, a little bit too shiny. He's got this big, long, hooked nose and a monocle. He's short. He's like 5'3" or 5'4". Very rotund, and he has a cane that he carries with him, with a big red jewel on the end of it.
So, Penguin with more hair.
Yeah. Sure.
Wow.
And he's currently having a conversation with Hadrigan and Daphne.
Which one is that? Which one of those?
Hadrigan doesn't have his token up here because I don't have one for some reason, but Daphne is the very first one underneath your Hero Forge.
Right.
I'm gonna go to the Dry Lady because I'm good with the Academy, so.
Sure.
So you were going to go greet the princess.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that first. Chance is probably about to start walking that direction, and then Tavanta reminds him, like, oh yeah, right.
I can't help but not be drawn towards the Penguin.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to make my way towards the Penguin. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, so while Tavanta's doing that, Chance is approaching the princess, I suppose.
I'm gonna really quickly, pull Tavant to the side and be like, should I stop asking questions about your home? It seems to make you a little bit uncomfortable.
Let's put it like it'll kind of like bring Conley to the edge of the party, away from like people listening in. Like it's hard for us to trust. We were very secluded for a long time, and all of this is very new to us, and we're just it's a lot about the trust thing.
Okay.
It's not that I don't want to say it's not about it doesn't make us uncomfortable. It's just we don't know how much information is needed, and we have people we want to protect, or at least I do. This is something you can know. I have a family. I have kids. I have 2 kids. I have a wife. I want to protect them, and so we're trying to figure out how much information people need to know in order to keep our people safe. I'm sure in the near or far future, whenever we can, spread our roots a bit more, everything will become a lot more open. Did that make sense?
Well, thank you for trusting me as far as you have. Go enjoy the festivities. I'm sorry for bringing it up.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Do you know anything about the individual with the hook nose over there?
I'm gonna give a long glance and then just go, I don't think so. I don't think they're a foreign dignitary. Could be wrong. Not experienced with all of them. Or
He
many of them.
stands out and looks interesting, so I'm going to go mingle, I guess.
I would like to borrow a star count.
Okay.
Everyone needs their.
Everyone needs Star
So
Count.
I
This is the
like,
roleplay section, so to get it in now.
So I politely excuse myself from Conlia and, apologize for keeping everything like so secretive. And then start saying, somebody just pulls me to the side and say, what? Hello? Hi.
What's up?
Hi. Hello.
I'm just following. I don't know what to do here.
What do you mean you don't know what to do? Have you never been to a party before?
No.
Oh. Sometimes kind of stumbles. Well, you mingle, you dance, you have fun. It's just place to relax. Although I suppose in the more high society, it's more about, networking, creating, branching out, making sure you mingle with the most important people. But it's mainly about relaxing and having fun. You could go dance. I'm sure there's a dance. You can. Have you ever danced before?
Yeah. Is there a place to dance?
It's a ballroom. The whole thing is a place to dance.
I shall dance.
Do you know how to? Do you know how to ballroom dance? Is my question. Okay, I'm gonna take your silence for now. Quick lesson, okay? And he is. How tall are you?
5'4".
Oh, you are short as fuck. Cool. So Tavanta is going to awkwardly try and partner up with Skylar, teach her how to ballroom dance for a bit.
Got it.
And then hopefully after that, like a good maybe how a couple songs worth, and then he'll try to go to the Penguin Man.
Got it.
Okay.
Someone else doesn't fucking help me.
All right, so we'll do the princess first.
You're handling it marvelously, sir. Strovan has just been watching from the side.
Awkwardly, like watching a cow and a drow dance.
I'm telling your wife.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
I can't just making a joke. I'm telling your wife you're cheating.
Ew.
We can hash this out. We can do this.
It's an out of character joke. I'm not. Chance's not even looking.
No magic, no nothing. Bare knuckles, motherfucker.
I will start calling you so hard.
You want to measure horns right now? We can do this, bitch.
I feel like Austin at this moment would say, "I miss my wife, Chance." I miss my
There's
wife."
Oh my god!
You're right. Austin would say that. The fucker.
Alright, sorry. Continue.
Who's this person?
In the character section, Hadrigan has a token now.
Okay. Who was the one who awarded me points?
The one who awarded you points was not on this list. He was what the fuck is his name? He's in here somewhere. Hold on. It was, I believe, Sir Chiron Wintergrasp.
Well, after I start to Penguin Man, I will eventually.
He does not have a token yet. But I get Hadrigan one. So that's basically what Hadrigan looks like. He's dressed in noble's attire, but he's very intense. Like it's almost like intimidating to approach him, just by virtue of who he is. You can see a lot of people like kind of, if they're looking toward him, they're not approaching him. They're just kind of like keeping an eye on him, almost like you see like a dog barking out of the corner of your eye. You're keeping an eye on that shit to make sure it doesn't come running after you, type of thing. It's generally his vibe. Okay, so meeting the princes. Who's doing that?
That was Chance.
Chance and anyone else?
I will follow him after I watch them awkwardly dance.
Alrighty. So it takes you a little while because there's, like I said, there's a line to meet them, shake their hand and everything. You can see their portraits up there. So the first one you shake the hands of is Ursula. He's dressed in kind of like this, the military, again, kind of very like military formals type of thing. He's resting one hand on the rapier at his side, and he's just shaking everyone else's hands, smiling, giving the whole thing. Well, looks like it's our heroes of the hour. Welcome to the ball, and congratulations on making it this far. We are all very impressed.
Thank you, sir.
Strovan just nods politely.
You know, believe it or not, there actually is a few people in the running that could beat you at the final event, so I wish you all the best of luck.
We shall endeavor try to win the contest nevertheless, but thank you for your word of advice, good sir.
And yeah, moved on, basically shuffled off to Brahm. He immediately doesn't care about you anymore as soon as you leave. Brahm is next, the prince of this province. He shakes her hand. Welcome. You are very impressive champions, especially you. As he says to Chance.
Chance, sir.
Yes, Chance. Very well. Well, look, you seem like a very astute individual. Have you studied at the academy, or perhaps elsewhere?
I haven't had the honor to study at any prestigious academy, though I do intend to look into that once the tournament's over.
Well, I'm sure they would be very lucky to have a student as adept as you are. You know, a number of the faculty are here. Wouldn't hurt to introduce them. Perhaps you can earn a letter of recommendation from them. Be a good idea to mingle.
And it would be, sir. Thank you for the advice.
Yes. And you as well. Both of you appear to be students of the magical craft at some point.
Yes, I am, good sir. Pulls up my, politely points toward. No, actually, social standing, he will actually hold up his spell book and show it to him. But just the cover, not the content.
And yet, not from this past year's graduating class. So perhaps independent study, or?
I believe my parents have studied at an academy of some sort. However, they're elves and they are, I believe the politically correct term is stickler for tradition.
Well, I don't know which traditions they follow, but there are no greater traditions than those preserved by the Thorgruvist Academy, I can assure you that much. They taught all of us princes, and they taught my father and his father before him. Very illustrious career awaits you, should you be inclined to pursue it.
I believe my parents hails from...
Chance is kind of just giving Jordan a look like, what?
my apologies, sir.
Apologies, I've rambled on for far too long. Please enjoy the festivities.
Yes, you have a pleasant evening yourself, Your Highness.
Moving on to Redka, who is simultaneously eating a turkey leg and also shaking the hands of people. He's just shaking hands and going, nice to meet you, and then fucking punts you off. He is like more interested in the food than he is in people, it seems.
So he's me if I was a prince. Got it.
I'd like to press the digitation in his hand before shaking. Chance have to shake it.
Don't do that.
Don't.
Despite that, you can't help but feel a little bit greasy as you pull away.
Assuming he doesn't stop to talk, I guess we just move on.
No, he tries to talk, but you can't understand what he says with a mouthful of turkey. So you just kind of like nod and you know, be polite and then like shuffle off the same as everyone else has been doing.
You know that scene, Flee You Fool? That right there.
Fly, fools. Okay, cool. So now on to the penguin. So how are you approaching this situation, my friend?
Does he have any crowd, or is he? Where is he hanging out?
It's him, Daphne, and Hadrigan in a trio.
Daphne and Hadrigan, they're just conversing.
Mm-hmm.
Daphne and Hadrigan definitely awarded like Chance and I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot your character's name, Jay.
Jay's character's name is Strovan.
Yep.
Sylvan. Beef
Yeah, who was the one who awarded me the extra 10 points? I actually didn't
You
write
got
that down.
5 from Daphne and 5 from Roderick Height, the Knight of Roses, the guy in the big scarlet tuxedo.
And Hadrigan awarded 5 points to Strovan.
No,
That was
No.
it was
Wintergrass.
someone else. It was Wintergrass.
It was Wintergrass.
Hadrigan,
Yeah, I
Hadrigan
need
did
to
not
talk-
award any points.
Okay.
And
So
someone got
I
actually
would,
went through Belfast. I forget who.
If it's not too much trouble, I would like to meet with the judges that awarded some of our members extra points.
Sure, but we're gonna do the penguin first. So we'll do that.
No, I was
that
saying that
first.
to Chance. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, never mind.
so I would like approach the group and wait for like a lull in the conversation and then introduce myself.
Okay, go ahead and make a. Well, what's your passive perception?
Yes.
All right, I need a number.
That's not a perception.
Got like 22, sorry.
22. Okay. So as you approach, you hear like the snippets of a conversation. You hear Hadrigan talking to this individual. Well, if Gyrus has found it, then I'm sure he'd be willing to share as soon as he reconvenes with the group. To which the penguin replies, "Yeah, if he reconvenes, there's not really a lot of let's say team playing spirit in that one, is there?" To which Daphne scoffs, "Huh. Nah, there's really not, is there?" Hadrigan says, "Yes, well, all the same, I think perhaps it is time to call another moot." And then as you approach, he says, "But that conversation can wait. We have a visitor."
It is a pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Savanta Simler.
Well, a pleasure to meet you too, champion. Very impressive display. Perhaps not as impressive as your pyromaniac friend, but still, I recognize talent when I see it.
It's much appreciated. And it's an honor to fight by his side as well. I'm just glad I'm on this side of the fireball. Savanta chuckles. I wanted to personally thank, first of all, you, Miss Daphne of the Iron Cross, for awarding us extra points. I very much appreciated that.
Daphne gives you kind of like a wry smile and says, "Hey, I recognize talent, and I recognize when people need to be taken down a peg, let's say." That that particular student was a sponsor of one of us here, and he got it through his head that he was the best of his class, and well, you certainly, as strangers, put the boot to him, for which I am very grateful.
I'm always happy to humble anyone, and also be humbled, but hopefully not by a bolt of lightning or a ball of fire.
No, lessons learned.
Lessons learned.
Oh, where are my manners? Of course, you know us, but this is our esteemed associate, Mr. Richter Crow. To which the guy's like, "Oh, pleasure to meet you," and he sticks out his hand and, rapidly shakes yours vigorously. You kind of come away, and there's like a little black, stain on your hand, like an ink stain almost, and you're like, "Ew," kind of brush it off on your pants.
Oh no, not my good pants.
It was a very impressive display. I arrived just in time to catch the end of it.
Wow.
I too have
Do
an
you
eye
think-
for raw talent. Tell me, are you available for, say, a hiring of some kind? You ever do work with the adventurers of Arivol?
I don't believe we have, but me and my associates are always on the lookout for extra coin,
Excellent.
especially if it comes from a good source. So
I do love a good freelancer. Well, if you fight as good as you did today, I might have some extra work for you. Keep your head up. If you manage to make a name for yourselves, I might seek you out. But with that, I think it's time for me to move on, Hadrigan. On to have some letters to write.
It was a pleasure meeting you, sir, and I await to hear about any opportunities you may present.
Well, like I said, impress me. We'll see how it goes.
Makes mental notes.
He kind of waddles
So
off.
also big cash money.
He kind of waddles off into the distance, and you know he's doing the thing where like he's talking to people and socializing, but he's definitely like on a path for the door.
Got you. Tavanto will again thank Daphne, and then a polite bow to Hadrigan because he's actually kind of scared of him, and then GTF the fuck O. Make his way back to like Conlia and everybody. Actually, what does Wintergrass look like?
So Chiron Wintergrasp, he is decked out in like a white tuxedo, and around his neck you can see there's like an ascot with the symbol of the Chantry of the Core on it, which is essentially it's just like a simple circle, which on the inside has other concentric circles. So it's like one circle containing many linked circles.
I will try to seek him out and approach him because he gave me 5 points and big approve.
Maybe.
Okay.
Which one of these tokens is Winter Grasp?
He doesn't have one on there.
I like the penguin.
There's plenty
I
of other
just want to
things.
say that.
There's plenty of other things. I didn't have time to make Wintergrasp thing.
That's fine.
What does he look like? Like
Yeah, I
he's
was
human?
I was getting to it. So I was
Okay,
trying
sorry.
to get to Jay because he told me he wanted to go visit people too. But Chiron Wintergrass
Oh yeah,
is,
sorry.
he's like in his, I would say like early 40s. He's very, very big, very broad. And he has kind of like a Santa Claus kind of beard going on, but with short hair on top rather than the typical long hair Santa. He has, like the wrinkles on his eyes, and he very kind of like stern look to his face. Yeah, he's pretty tall. He's like 6'1" or 2", which for a human is it's not too bad.
Okay. You want to switch over to Jay, or I don't want to take up
Jay
too much
wanted
time.
Jay wanted to do his thing, so let's do that. Who are you going to visit first?
There's only one judge that award me my points, so I'll go to him first. Or was that her?
Sure. You were
What's
given
the
points by
rest?
who? I forget who I said.
I'm back.
Belfast, I think it was.
Belfast?
Oh yeah.
So, Sigmund Belfast, he's older. He's more like in his, 50s or 60s. And
Human 50s, 60s, right?
yeah, human 50s, 60s. He's also dressed in like a military formal thing, but you can tell that he's eased into more of the noble life rather than a knight life, let's say, with a K, not an M. He's currently conversing with some of the older noble crowd on one end of the room, kind of sat at a table and kind of just there with the conversation, drinking a glass of wine, not really walking around and interacting with people. You can tell that people are like, yeah, I know who this is.
Got it. He's going to wait politely at the end, wait around the table for him to finish talking with whoever he's talking with right now.
It's gonna be
Before
a while.
approaching him?
You're gonna want to introduce yourself.
As soon as the last person leaves, Strovan would come forward. It's like, excuse me, sir. I was wondering if I could have a moment of your time.
Well, I suppose. You were the person I awarded extra points to. Well done in that fight. I must say I'm impressed.
I must say my adventuring companion has done much better than I have. But I want to thank you for the points you have awarded me.
You know, I got a sense from you that you are not exactly martially, not 100% martially inclined. Kind of green around the edges, but still there's some skill there.
My family do strictly practice martial prowesses. However, I was more of a researcher of the family.
More of an academic then.
Yes. Hence the robe.
Well, very impressive all the same. And to throw yourself in the midst of battle immediately. Not very many people would be willing to do that when presented with certain pain, especially of death.
Yes, I've been told that I have been a bit reckless due to my earlier training before in my younger years.
Well, let me give you a piece of advice then. It's only reckless if you suffer for it. And I'd say you guys came out a bit ahead of the competition. So at that point, you get to call it a strategic advancement.
I like this guy.
I like this guy.
Yes, I have heard about these things in the books.
Okay.
And may I ask, what? Was it just out of the whim, like you said?
Out of a whim.
For the points, I mean. I'm sorry. I know it's rude to ask. I was just wondering what I have done to deserve.
Well, I mean, I just told you. You held the line. You were the first in there, and you braved literally the entire enemy team, dodging and weaving and all that, just so that the rest of your companions couldn't be focused and take any hurt. I appreciate that. It's a very rare quality that someone's willing to sacrifice themselves so wholeheartedly at a moment's notice.
Out of characters, I understand what you're saying. It's just that Strovan just doesn't understand.
Yeah,
That's why he asked twice.
He's probably reading you wrong, but like he's looking at you like you sacrificed your own well-being when you could have easily stood at the edge of the circle. Instead, you rushed right in the middle.
Now I understand what you're saying, sir. I believe there's an old Elven saying, at least one my family sticks to. Needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few, I believe.
Okay, Spock.
I'm pretty sure that's live long and prosper, but whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's both.
And Spock does say that in one of the versions.
He says big dong and prosper?
It's okay.
What?
He doesn't
No.
own that phrase, so let's go with that. So,
Yeah, fair.
yeah. Well, an inspired display, and well, I'll be keeping an eye on you, I suppose. You have the bearing of someone who's familiar with this type of arrangement. This one that we're in right now, gesturing to the hall at large.
Yes, I had an upbringing of sorts of the proper etiquette, court decorum and whatnot.
What is your surname? Your family name?
Leodon, sir.
Leodon. I don't believe I've heard of you.
We are a very minor house, sir. Our only fame is that our family has survived through the shattering.
Well, perhaps I will pay you a visit. Well, let's see how tomorrow goes.
Very well, sir. Once again, I thank you for your advice and encouragement, and especially the extra points.
Don't mention.
And I bid you a pleasant evening, and I hope that nobody bothers you too much.
Well, all the noble finery always bothers me, but I suppose that's just because I'm an old dog at this point.
You can't be more than.
Chance gonna start slowly leading Showman away at this point.
Yeah. If you try and mention his age, he's just gonna be like, he's gonna give you like a lecture on the difference between age and maturity and all that shit. It's an old person talking to you, so you're gonna be there for a little while.
No, I understand what he's saying, but Strovan just wanted to say you're just what, 50, right?
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
plenty of life ahead of you, sir.
You are still learning to spell your name. All right. Okay, who else is doing
So
shit?
Strovan's tied up, got it.
Yeah, Strowman's tied up for a while.
Okay. I guess Chance then will. If someone's gonna go first. I've done some already.
Ooh. Part of me
The
wants to
last
roll a
thing I wanted to
dice.
do was talk to Wintergrass. So
The man with the green brooch, the first one, the red robes. What's he doing?
He is trying to stay out of everyone's way. He's kind of like at a table by himself on the far end of the thing. And he's just like people watching, but mostly watching the princes.
I'll be right back, guys.
Do I recognize anything about him? Like, does he belong to a group or anything like that?
Make a history check.
I don't know if I guidance this, but I don't know if I care enough. 21.
So, apart from being decked out in academy robes, denoting him as one of the faculty, this guy's name is Barnabas Onick. He is a kind of a black sheep, like, twice removed cousin as part of the family tree. He's technically fourth in line for the throne, because the three princes are directly related to the king at the moment. But he's kind of a black sheep in the fact that the rest of his family lineage is mostly human, but he's the only one that came out tiefling. And the assumption is that someone on his branch of the family tree did some like shady shit with the Nine Hells or something, and they've been kind of ostracized as a royal family as a result. So he's kind of like, technically royalty, but he's not going to be considered for any kind of throne should the other three be unavailable at some point. Like it'll go to like the 10-year-old of the family on a different branch rather than this guy, even though he's technically fourth.
They'll find a reason to say he's out of the running.
Yeah. He's essentially made himself into a professor at the academy.
I guess I'll approach.
Okay. He's not really paying attention, and as you get closer, he kind of looks up with surprise. Yes, can I help you?
Your cousins, you seem to be watching them. Why aren't you up there talking to them? Are y'all not close?
Not exactly. The relationship in my family is strained. And I'm surprised you've done your research, Miss...
Call me a help then.
Call me
Stick out my hand.
Barnabas Onick.
Damn it! I didn't realize she was a hellband. Damn it, man!
Every one of my D&D characters, Hunter.
Barnabas Onick, Professor of Extraplanar Studies at Tolkrovist Academy. A pleasure.
Pleasure's online. Can you spell Barnabas for me really quick?
Barn.
Yeah, same.
Abus.
Oh, Barnabas.
Barn a bus.
I'm just glad that he recorded this and put it on YouTube so I could just watch it.
Yes.
Barnabas, what?
Onic.
Onic. He's
Oh,
same
he's a-
name
he's a
as the.
royal.
Yeah, he's royalty. Technically. Technically. Technically speaking. But, enough about my family. Is there something I can help you with?
I guess I am a little bit curious about the academy. I myself am a practitioner of holy magic, but there could be things learned from at least studying the arcane.
Well, that is the philosophy. It is the reason why we don't simply employ, wizardry or sorcery in its exclusivity. We are open to a wide range of study. Different methods to casting spells are always explored here. A druid per se, druidic magic has similarities to cleric magic, has similarities to wizard magic, has similarities to sorcerer's magic. So these things are not mutually exclusive, shall we say?
So do you in particular explore the similarities and differences between the magics?
No, that is merely a guiding principle of the academy. My profession is study of extraplanar matters, so various planes of existence, travel between them, and the denizens therein. Conjuration, summoning rituals, portal craft, planar infiltration, what to look for, how to find.
I've heard that some of that stuff can be very difficult with circumstances as they are.
It is perhaps the most dangerous form of magical study. One wrong move and you could bring something here that you do not want to bring here.
And sometimes I'm guessing there's no way to send it back.
Oh, there are ways to send it back. It just becomes harder at a certain point in time. But I digress. This is not the time for a lesson.
Suppose I can ask, have you in any of your studies ever encountered someone transforming over time into a different race? Tiefling, anything like that?
Well, he didn't roll very high on insight, so...
Mm.
Transformation. I suppose there are ways of transmuting oneself. These things are not limited to extraplanar methods, but it's possible. There are curses and, strange materials, other magics possible. It could theoretically change one's physical appearance permanently or otherwise.
Any particular reason you're not hanging out with any of the other peoples? Even you seem to be alone even from the academy people.
Oh, well, more to do with the first topic we talked about.
No.
I try to keep my distance as polite. You show up to a party out of respect, but only to make appearance.
Well, Barnabas, if you ever need anything, just let me know. You seem like a good person.
Oh.
I'd be happy to help if you ever are in need or
It's very
just
kind
need someone
of
to
you
talk
say.
to.
I assure you, everything is going to be fine with me. But if you are interested in the arcane arts per se, perhaps visit the academy. I put in the good word for you with Headmaster Rosikosny.
Oh, thank you so much.
Cool.
I'm gonna give a polite curtsy, and I'm going to head back to the rest of the group, I suppose.
Sounds good. There was someone wanted to talk to Santa Claus, right?
That'd be me. Santa Claus is winter rest, right?
Yeah. Sir Chiron
Okay.
Wintergrasp.
I would eventually approach.
So
Probably after getting a few things to eat.
Sure. Sir Chiron is currently at one of the tables along the edge of the room, where a number of his fellow clergymen, let's say, are seated and they're discussing things, and he has a servant that he brought with him. He snaps his fingers at, gestures closer, asks them something, and then they go off and go to like the food tables to go and grab something for him.
Just wait for a lull in conversation before just.
Yes, is there something I can do to help you?
Yes. I was just. It would be remiss of me and against the teachings of my parents if I did not express gratitude for your for the extra points you awarded me and my compatriots in the King of the Hill battle.
Yes, I do remember your face now. It was inspired, humbling. I appreciate you taking that young whippersnapper down a peg.
Ask who sponsored you?
Who what?
Who's because pink-haired woman mentioned that he was sponsored by somebody.
Yeah, I just didn't hear the question. Okay. The sponsor. If I remember correctly, that was Hadrigan's doing.
Oh, the person I was just talking to?
Yeah.
That's kind of awkward.
Well, I mean, I don't blame him for not wanting association with that particular person anymore.
I find it very easy to let power go to one's head. Much harder to keep yourself humbled without a lightning bolt striking you from the sky.
It does seem to be the downfall of many narcissistic mage. Well, Sir Chiron Wintergrass, pleasure to meet you, face to face.
Savanta Simble, the pleasure is all mine, also.
So tell me, Tevanta, what was it like leaving our revolve for this very different locale?
I feel like anywhere I go, I'm a constant tourist, so it's kind of intimidating if I'm honest.
I will say
I
you are
lied.
far more well put together and well spoken than those of your tribe I have interacted with before.
Dixie's from the tribe of Minotaur Saga.
Just raise an eyebrow. Said, how so?
Well, they are, as I'm assuming you know, quite a bit more barbaric than you present yourself to be.
That was, what do I say? A black sheep from birth. It is.
Black
Shut
Black
the
Blind.
fuck. Shut the up. Fuck.
Yes. The Black Blind family, yes, I understand.
I sort of wasn't misplaced, if I'm honest. I didn't grow up amongst my more chaotic-minded kids. Fell in line with a tribe of nomadic uh, traders and learned that way.
Well, my apologies then. I assumed that you would be from the tribes in the boiling marshlands, but apparently not. Apologies for making the assumption.
It is fine. I am quite used to this. It's nice to offer a fresh perspective, I suppose.
You know, you might want to talk to Professor Dryanis. She's very interested in learning about your particular history, I'm assuming.
And that would, I'm just gonna quickly look over, and that would be...
No, you can't miss her. She's the one in the black dress over in the corner.
Oh, it was
See
very
Chance
good.
walking that direction.
Totally. Don't worry about it. It's like, thank you. I will make sure to do that. It was very nice talking to you. I appreciate, again, I'm very much appreciative of the extra points.
Well, you're very welcome.
Please have a pleasant rest of the evening.
Goes back to doing
I will make my way away from that and notes down in my head, barbaric race of Minotaur, expect more racism.
I mean,
Oh,
That's unfortunate. That was just unfortunate.
Yeah.
that had a little too close to home there, VG.
sorry. I mean, you know.
That literally made myself black too. That's funny.
I mean, I didn't bring up the black sheep thing. You did.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. At least you didn't ask how much they paid for you, because that's not a thing.
Wow.
All right. Who else? Who's going up to where? Who's going talking to people in places?
Chance wanted to talk to Magic Professor Lady.
He was also very clearly a knockout and a half.
I have a wife, Cowman says in his head repeatedly.
Chance does not have the ball and chain like you do.
He's twisting the ring around his finger. Okay.
Yes, that's it.
So this would be the Drow lady. She's currently talking with a number of nobles who you can tell at a glance are fairly well off. And she's speaking in another language. Do you speak Orin? Or Primordial? One of the two.
No, I don't.
Okay, so you have no idea.
I speak
what
3 languages, and that's one of the ones I don't. I speak Common, Infernal. I speak 4 languages: Common, Infernal, Elvish, Celestial.
Yeah. So she's speaking in Orin, which not immediately like recognizable, but it has a very breathy tone to it, so you can kind of assume. And she's talking to what looks like a what were they? A peacock, I think was one of them, and a cockatoo. Aarakocra.
I heard they're real bird brains.
I
see myself.
I hate you.
Don't say that to their face.
That's how you get fucking smited.
I didn't say that in character. And I'm nowhere near there, so man.
Yeah, they're having a
my
conversation
God.
in Orin as you approach.
Yeah, Chance will let them speak a bit, not want to interrupt, but just kind of sit there.
Can I ask, does Orin sound like wind sounds or caca sounds?
It's not bird noises. Orin is the elemental. It's the elemental air language, so it's very like breathy and it's very breathy, and it has this distinction where, as you exhale your words, when you get to the end of your breath, you inhale and continue to talk. So the conversation is very much a free-flowing conversation with no breaks or pauses in sentences.
So
everyone's just as you breathe out, you breathe in, and there's a very controlled breath thing going on with the Orin. It's very weird.
I was about to say, that sounds like you would get so lightheaded so easily.
That sounds like that's circular breathing. It's the same kind of thing you need if you wanted to play like the didgeridoo or shit like that.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Or if you want to be in Demon Slayer, anyways.
Sure. Yeah, so it's like a circular breathing language. After a certain amount of time, she holds up her glass as if to toast, glass of wine as if to toast them. They do the same, and then they turn around and walk off. She turns her attention to you. Looking at you immediately, she switches to Infernal. And she says, in Infernal to you, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet one of the champions of the evening. That was an impressive display of arcane ability out there on the field."
Thank you. I would not call myself that impressive. I'm still very much learning.
Don't sell yourself short. I was afraid I'd have to counterspell you a couple of times there, considering the amount of explosive potential you have.
Well, fire magic tends to come very easily to me. So.
Yes, I am well aware. Where are my manners? My name is Professor Kiloe Dryalis. I will spell that later.
Okay, VJ.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm working on it.
I'm known simply as Chance. And this, and I will gesture to the tuxed, the demon in the tux, the fiend in the tux behind me. This is Archmoil.
I figured as such. It's very rare that we see Eidolons in places other than, quite frankly, our university. I'm curious as to where you learned the craft.
I haven't had the honor of going to any academy. I mostly was taught by my mentor.
Oh.
Out of the way. I wrote down his name, but where the fuck did I write it down? Was it the Archmage? I don't think it was the Archmage. I think it might have been somebody else.
I don't know. It's whatever you wrote down.
I know, but I'm trying to find where I wrote it down. There's seminar DMs.
It's somewhere.
I said mentor, then I immediately realized, wait, who's my mentor again? And I was like, oh fuck, I don't know where I wrote that down. I'll just say Archmage, because at least that makes somewhat sense, given I worked in the archives.
Well,
I was taught by, I was taught by my mentor back in my home village.
a village, you say?
Yes, we're quite out of the way.
And I'm so sorry. What was your name again?
Chance.
Hold on. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh no!
You mean to think I'm very bad at?
Magic.
You say chance, but what comes out of your mouth is not that. It's a name in Infernal that even you were not aware of.
This bitch just yanked my true name. Okay.
That's
Oh, terrifying.
that's called gangster.
Oh shit! I should not go over this.
I'm a claim my sensitive study too.
I assume. Can I make an Arcana check to realize what she just fucking did to me?
You are charmed, so you don't want to.
Oh my god.
She's so good that you didn't even know you were charmed.
Sorcerer Subtle Sword? Holy bitch.
Can Boyle roll anything, or is he also? He's not charmed yet, is he?
He doesn't care. Boyle doesn't want to roll.
I mean, fair, but he probably would be in his best interest to protect his master, eh?
You haven't told him to be protective of you.
That's
Damn.
You put him in a tuxedo and then you're dragging him around this party, but you haven't told him to do anything, so he's not caring. He's like picking at his ears and stuff. Like he's not worried at all.
I mean, fair. I would think the standing orders always keep me alive, but.
In fact, he like rolls his eyes like, oh brother, this guy. Come on.
Oh my goodness. Is that the definition of girl boss?
So,
I think
resuming the conversation. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. And she addresses you by your true name again.
Oh,
You have quite a degree of arcane knowledge, and you seem like a very studious person, just at least by my initial impression. Are you seeking to further said education? Perhaps.
Yes, I am. I have been interested in the academy since I've heard of it.
Well, I'm sure that you would be a welcome addition to any of our student body. Now, is there anything specific I can help you out with, or is this just pleasantries?
Honestly, I was trying to get a introduction to some of the faculty. Hope that might make things easier when I try to visit the academy at a later point.
Well, you've already met one. But I'm sure, is there any particular person you'd like to see? Perhaps an introduction?
Well, my particular field of expertise and study is ancient history.
You will want Professor Tallerstein then. And she kind of like she raises an eyebrow and like glances over to the left, and you can see behind you, if you look over your shoulder, that at one of the corner tables there is a very frazzled looking gnome with small circular glasses, like tinkering with some shit in the corner, and like he looks like he's talking to himself.
I actually think I have Tallerstein written down because I do remember it's not the first time that name's come up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the guy that you were told to meet by the what's his face, the private investigator. He was like, I don't know about this shit, but the person who would is Kibler Tallerstein. Yeah, that's the guy. He's over in the corner. He's the one underneath Barnabas. He's the gnome guy with the book open with the hood up. That's his token.
Ah, well, thank you for pointing him in the direction. You have a lovely night.
Fair bit of warning.
I don't know how to roleplay being charmed here. Sorry.
Fair bit of warning before you head over. Professor Tallerstein has done a lot of field work, and on one of his excursions there was a little magical mishap. May have crossed a few wires up there. So don't expect him to be particularly cognizant unless you're discussing matters which relate to his profession. And with that, she turns around and joins the rest of the party, kind of mingling.
Alright. I'll start walking that direction. Am I still charmed?
No. As you walk away, you're thinking like, wow, she was super fucking deceptive. That bitch, she got me.
Now can I roll the Arcana to realize what I just fucking did by saying that name?
Sure. Yeah, she got you to admit something you didn't even know existed.
It's fucking terrifying.
That's a bad juju, you know that, right?
That's some bad shit right there.
Now,
Right.
for the record, remind me what all the true name shit does here. Assuming
Uh,
that
She
that 26
controls
is enough.
your life.
You don't know. You don't know anything. You're not an onomancer, so you have no idea.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Okay, fair. I'm going to look at more. Okay. Standing orders, because I feel I can't believe I actually have to say this. You're supposed to protect my well-being, Moya. Why did you let me just walk up and get charmed by a random? Ah.
I'm sorry. Next time I'll read her mind and know that she's going to do that to you, and then I will cast Counterspell because you've definitely given me that.
Okay, I don't care. I can't even fucking give him counterspell.
Mm-hmm. He's being very.
I think he
sarcastic.
knew that.
He's like, he's looking at you like, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? Punch her in the face? Like,
You know what? Ah, this night's. I don't even know what she took. She had me say something. I don't know what that even was.
that was your name.
What I said was definitely not the word chance, Moyle.
No. Your real name, Master.
What do you mean my real name?
I'm surprised you don't know it. It's written on the contract.
Chance is just gonna grab like a wine glass off of a passing wait staff and just knock back the whole fucking thing.
Okay. Moyle is like grinning to himself, like guy weighs it way in over his head. But yeah, anyone else want to talk to things before we move over to No Man?
No, because this party is terrifying now.
Yes,
I
it
was
is.
gonna go talk to the head.
I mean-
to the
None of y'all know what happened that in
That's true.
character.
Yeah.
I
Unless-
know. Out of character, I'm terrified. In character, I'm like, ooh, time to go talk to Magic Lady. Wonder
Yay.
why Chance looks different.
I wonder my chance looking seat.
I also want to talk to someone else, but I realize now that I don't know a lot about the scroll that I have, the demonic contract, and I would definitely ask one of the mages about that since I'm here.
That might not be something you talk about in party company. But like, hey, I got fucked over, and I may have this weird contract thing.
That's a good point. I could wait till we're at the university. Yeah, I'll wait until I'm at
Or you
the
could go talk to
university.
Barney. He's not really doing much, but that's up to you.
Nah,
I love you. You love.
I'm sorry.
I
No.
love you. You will love me.
I'm still waiting for the Care Bear encounter, the Were Care Bear encounter.
Yeah.
Oh dear
It's coming.
God.
Okay.
It's in the
I'm gonna
pipeline.
hold you. If we go through this entire campaign without fighting the Were Care Bears, I'm gonna be so mad.
Me too.
Well, you need to explore more than fucking get out there and put yourself in the world.
Now my mission.
Yes,
I
yeah,
will. I'm gonna
Oh,
retire
God,
my
what is-
character and make a ranger specifically to hunt down the Were Care Bears.
All right. Did Conley want to go and walk up to somebody to talk to that, or no?
No, but I just want to point out that D&D doesn't believe in divorce. You can only cast wedding again from ceremony if you've been widowed. Or like on a creature, it's only if they're widowed.
Yeah, get wrecked.
Divorce is not real.
Divorce doesn't happen.
Made
Oh, that's
divorce
good. I get to
legal.
keep. I
God
hate
damn
you.
it.
I'm going to. If no one else gonna go, I was gonna go talk to the dragon and then meet up with everybody else.
Okay. So go ahead and walk up to Keloy. Chance walks away with like this puzzled look on his face and like starts animatedly talking to Moyle while you approach her.
That must have gone well. Excuse me.
Oh, another champion. I believe I just finished having a discussion with your friend.
Chance.
Yes, chance. My name is
Do I-
Professor Kilroy Dryamus. It's a pleasure to meet you. And you are...
Devante Semblable.
Yes, of course. Well, Devante Semblable. That was a rather inspired display of druidcraft out there on the field, if I recognize my incantations correctly.
It was. I appreciate it.
Although, I would recommend next time, perhaps, trying not to rain on the parade. The stands got a little soaked while you were out on the field today.
I'm still working on the precision of the spells of which I cast, unfortunately.
Many a presto today. Is there anything I can help you with?
I was just wondering about your illustrious academy.
Well, what isn't there to know? There's one of the most prodigious magical academies in the known world, as far as we know. Founded right around the time of the emergence, the Exodus. I joined shortly thereafter. That was almost 1,000 years ago now. No, almost 700 years ago now. Excuse me. It's been quite a while. One of the longest standing structures in all of this country, well as all of the world. Save for, perhaps, if I look at my notes, I'll give you another name. Save for, perhaps... Tiramas.
Makes mental note of whatever the fuck that is. I see. I do suppose I was wondering if you've seen any magic, any druidic magic as specific as mine was.
You know, I haven't really. Not for quite some time. It's rare to see your particular circle making a representation, and of that I am very curious. Although I suppose I don't know a whole lot about the Tauran tribes.
Funnily enough, neither do I. I was able to sort of not escape, but be misplaced in such a way that I was raised outside what I'm told very barbaric customs.
Barbaric to some, traditionalist to others, let's say. Although it is curious to me that you were raised outside of your tribe. I am wondering how that came about, but that's perhaps a little bit too personal for the setting.
It could be a discussion for another day.
Well, visit us at the academy, and perhaps during my office hours we can discuss further.
Absolutely. I would imagine that your academy has quite a decent catalog of history. I was seeing if there were any other mentions of my circle, if I can learn anything else.
Your circle is one of ancient history, so I'm assuming that you're more of a student of ancient history than you are of an actual druid circle. The Circle of Stars was wiped out, well, when the breaking happened.
Yes, it's very difficult to study the stars when you cannot see them.
Quite. Same with, the Circle of the Moon as well. They were a little unable to, practice their druidic art when the moon is no longer visible. Well, we're not even sure it still exists, to be honest.
Can't say that the few times I was able to glimpse the stars, it was very rare moments. I saw something quite extraordinary. Could be the moon, I'm not sure. Could just be a large chunk of this place misplaced outside of the Arcanite. So, who knows?
It is quite a topic of debate here among the faculty, I will say, whether the existence of the moon is true or not anymore. We quite simply don't know. We're waiting for the alignment to, I suppose, reveal that information to us. It's actually very exciting. It's supposed to happen at the equinox in a few weeks, if I remember correctly.
The alignment, you said?
Yes, the alignment of the breaking in the shroud that covers the planet. Yes, it's our only real glimpse of the stars anymore, and of late it's been growing. So, perhaps one day we'll even see the sun. Should it still exist, of course. We have no idea.
Yeah, that would be an interesting day.
To be able to see the sun again would be quite a thing.
You've given me something very much to look forward to. I thank you very much, miss.
It's been an inspired discussion.
I suppose I'll be on my way. I will definitely try to see you at the academy, and we can have that conversation.
Yes, I look very much forward to it. You always learn something new every day, it seems. And with a raised eyebrow and a wry smile, she gives you the toodaloo fingers and fucking walks off and goes to the rest of the party.
Wow, I love how I get my fucking true name ripped out and he doesn't get that at all. Damn.
Well, she is professor of etymology, which is the study of peoples and languages and shit like that. And fiends, generally speaking, is useful to know their true name for contract purposes.
And I'm just a minotaur who happens to know star magic, and I don't need to know my true name, bitch. Get fucked.
You could. You could. You called me by my slave name.
Go on to somebody else. Fuck you.
I'm kidding. All right. Anyone else want to talk to anything else before the end of the party?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Cool.
Don't want to talk to Penguin. Wait, who's the fourth guy? The guy who looks like all grizzled. I think he even has a scar there.
Yeah, the guy that looks kind of angry. He is on the hip of the guy above him in the order there. So the guy above him is like the balding Dumbledore type. He is the headmaster, very clearly, of the Thuggers Academy, and the guy below him is basically staying by his side the entire time. And if you're keeping an eye on him, go ahead and make a perception check.
I got decent perception. Here's hoping. 8.
Okay. Just general demeanor. He is here at the party, and that is about it. He doesn't really engage in much conversation. He just kind of stands by silently and nods and occasionally throws in a sentence or two. But you do notice that wherever the headmaster goes, he goes. He's not very far behind.
Okay. I won't approach. I don't think.
Okay. Who was the one that asked about transformations? That was you, right?
Yes, I asked about transformations.
Who did I point you to?
You did not point me to anyone, as far as I'm aware.
You talked to Barnabas, right?
Yeah, I talked to Barnabas.
Okay, I want to retcon something real quick. So, Barnabas would have also pointed you toward this guy. Giving you his name because I forgot what he was done. He's the professor of physics, and his name is Fenris Berghest, which I will type in chat. There you go. Fenris Berghest, professor of physics.
Physics, and is that with PH or like?
Yeah, PH, like we spell it.
Okay.
Professor of physics, blah blah blah. He is theoretical and practical applications of magic. Topics range anywhere from self-defense to theoretical metamorphic applications of spellcasting to chemistry and beyond.
Okay, so he covers a lot.
Yeah, all of them do. They cover a wide range of topics. There's only, in terms of faculty, there's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 faculty at the entire school. And they all have a very full schedule. But they cover, between the 5 of them, they cover topics ranging from the different schools of magic to applications to spellcraft to variations in casting practices and rituals, extraplanar shit. Like every topic you could possibly think of, these guys can cover in one way or another, or they can point you to the person who does. So they're not just relegated to one school. Like, say, one guy is not the transmutation teacher. They cover everything. All schools. They're just different like topics, I guess. It's kind of like how math has a lot of overlap with science topics, and English class has an overlap with theater, per se. That kind of
I
thing.
don't think I'll approach still, but yeah, I just won't approach. I'll go join up with Tavanta, wherever Tavanta is.
Okay.
And there's no other elf, right?
I mean, there are a number of random elves that you could make sparse conversation with. But the Dryalis is the only drow. So
Interesting.
she's just there. Did
What's Skylar been doing this entire time?
what's who?
Skylar.
Oh, she just been dancing.
By
She's
herself.
vibing
Just
in the corner.
Yeah.
It's like that Bruce Springsteen song, dancing on my own or whatever. That's not Bruce Springsteen, but it's what's the dancing on my own
Dancing
song?
by myself.
Dancing in the Dark. That's the Bruce Springsteen song. Look it up. It's a pretty good song. Anyway, so Skylar's been vibing the whole time. Did Chance want to talk to the gnome? To
I
Kibler?
did.
Cool.
I did indeed.
So as you approach Professor Talishti in the corner, he is like feverishly writing on a piece of paper as you approach with a quill and ink, and he is not at all engaged in the party in any kind of formal capacity. He's just like someone plopped him in a chair and was just like, have fun. And he's got like stacks of parchment scattered around. He's got random metal instruments like strewn across the table. And he's muttering to himself under his breath, which you can only really discern because the beard is moving and you can't really see his face. Otherwise.
At first glance, what does some of the papers and tools like what are they?
Make a
And
perception.
what's on the paper? Perception. Damn it.
Mhm.
Bad at this.
So, you know that moment in horror movies where the kid is like drawing, and then the mom comes over and is like, "What are you drawing, Timmy?" And then it's like scribbles of some horrible monster. It looks like scribbles to you. Go ahead and make an insight check or an arcana check. I will give you either one.
Wow, I actually rolled pretty ass on Arcana.
They have meaning to him, but you have no. To you, this just looks like fucking crayons. Like, he's wasting a lot of ink just scribbling around on a paper, and he's basically like doodling, like super hard, like really intently doodling, like he's writing like the most important thing of his entire life, but it just looks like fucking scribbles.
Professor Talstein?
Like, fucking get there, and then move the thing over here, and breaking, and then god damn it, and then he's like smudges the paper, and then he balls it up because you can't erase ink, and he just gets it all over his hand and fucking like balls it up and throws it in the corner. You can see that there's a pile of like scratch paper that's been balled up and tossed into the corner next to him.
Professor Talstein.
What? Huh? Who are you? Are you my mother?
No, I'm a researcher. I research ancient history.
That's a shame. I was hoping my inheritance was here.
You motherfucker.
Oh, quickly, hand me, give me your hand, give me your hand, give it, come here, give it to me, give me your hand.
And give.
He takes your hand like by force, and he like dips the quill in the ink and starts like doodling on your hand. And it doesn't write very well because it's wet ink, and it like just smudges. He's like, darn it.
On one of the papers, I'll just copy what he doodled with my little tattoo.
Slap the hand down on a piece of paper and make a handprint.
No, I mean, I can probably just copy the doodles because I have my
Sure.
draw tattoo.
Yeah, you got the thing. I mean, yeah, you basically like sit down with him and color like he's like he's a 4-year-old and you're trying to get to know him, like you're his stepdad or whatever, and you're like, it's kind of sad. You start doodling and he's like, you start drawing exactly what he's drawing, and he like looks over and sees you doing it, and then he like covers his answers like he's taking a test and you're copying off of him.
I start kind of writing out some of my own findings of ancient history, see if that Jogs gets his brain functioning properly slightly.
Yeah, so as soon as you start like writing your own like memoirs and thesis and whatever, like he stops what he's doing and he kind of like sits up straighter in his chair and he looks over and he's like, this isn't... Whose history is this?
I was finding some old ruins. I found some old documents. And I'm kind of writing out some of the findings that I was able to glean from the cult building, the scrolls in the back.
Yeah. Interesting. The text and prose is certainly old, but I'm not really the expert on that. Pardon me, Kibler Talstein.
Chance, I heard that you were a researcher of ancient history, and thought that's a particular bit of that's my field of research as well.
Yes, I quite literally wrote the book on it. Professor of Preservations at Thorgarist Academy. I apologize for my demeanor. I had a little bit of an accident. Makes my brain a little foggy, scattered at times.
Oh, no, that's perfectly understandable. A lot like my young mentor at times.
Well, I'm sure he was an interesting man. But, is there something I can do for you? Because you seem to be a student of history.
Well, one of the things I managed to find in my studies, I'll take out the stuff regarding the legendary, like the old battlefields, and that Underdark map thing that we got last session. That I figured out, well, not last time, like 2 sessions ago, and it was somewhere like the old relics somewhere in the Underdark. Yep. I managed to find these and kind of, I'm still trying to make sense of some of it.
Let's see. Let me see. He starts poring over the maps and looking at it. Well, at a glance, I would say you found something fairly rare. This is pre-breaking, is it not?
Yes, yes.
Interesting. What did you happen to come across this?
This has been passed down from mentor to student in my particular field for years. I've only managed to piece this together because I've had I was able to find some more stuff as I explored.
I have not heard of this. You say it's been passed down. Who was your mentor?
You probably have never heard of him. He was a small, he was practically a hedge wizard compared to the Great Academy of Grimace. Actually, just trying to write down the name of my boss. I know I wrote that down in the sheet.
It's somewhere.
That's the problem
Somewhere
when you're trying to organize. That's the problem when you're trying to organize shit. You wind up forgetting where you move things.
Yeah, or you put it in the multiple places and you're looking in places where it shouldn't be. Yeah, I get it. Well, maybe I would know him if I had a name, but
Amos Taldinar? Ever heard of it?
Amos Taldinar. No, can't say that I have. Interesting. Perhaps he's from a different academy somewhere. Mitria? Does Mitria have an academy? I don't know. I have to research that.
I've never been. I've never left this continent.
He's gonna roll an insight check on that. Roll a deception check.
He's certainly not wrong.
Technically, the
Technically,
truth.
he didn't lie.
I'm so glad.
It's still
you did not
deception.
have
It's deception because you're from the
deception.
fucking moon.
Yes, but
Oh,
we
no.
never left this continent, though.
Oh no. I've since we landed, I've never left. And so
I'm so glad through all the lying I was doing.
Right.
I fucking did not have the roll deception.
He raises an eyebrow. Well, I appreciate you trying to protect your master, your mentor. But you don't need to hide it from me. I'm sure if I were to talk to him, I'd get the same thing. Whatever, it's fine. Look, you are Chance, you said, yes?
yes.
This is an inspired bit of research, and you've clearly done some poking around. If you wish to discuss it further, I would, well, come visit me at the academy one day. I am fairly busy, but I do have my weekends. When I'm not doing field work.
I was honestly planning on visiting the academy after the tournament was over.
Excellent. Well then, I look forward to meeting you there. That does beg the question. Let me see if I can do this for myself. And he takes his quill and holds it out in his hand, and then it begins to float. And then he writes, legibly this time, a letter that is to himself, reminding him who you are, what you were doing. Like, he makes a big old mental note of it, dries the ink with prestidigitation, and then folds it up and puts it in his breast pocket. There we go. Hopefully that will help. Hopefully.
Yes, if not, I can always hopefully try the same trick again to bring you back to your senses.
That would help. But in any case, I do actually have some, maybe a bit of work for you, depending on what we discuss, but that's not for this party, not for right now.
Of course, of course. You have a pleasant evening. I should probably get back to the rest of my group, make sure everyone's doing all right.
Curious.
Actually, I have one question.
The lady over there, and I'll point to Miss Gralis. What is her particular expertise in magic? Because she asked me my name, and I said something that very much was not chance.
She likes words. Let's put it that way. She's a professor of etymology. She's the study of peoples and their languages and their cultures and their traditions and very many things. She covers a broad range of subjects.
All right.
I mean, despite her looks, she is the oldest of all of us. Been around for quite some time, since the founding of the Academy, if I remember correctly.
Oh shit.
Well, thank you for this. This has honestly been a great conversation for us, just as it was. And I suppose I'll make my way back to the group after leaving him to do his work.
Yeah, I mean, as you turn away, he kind of like looks after you, and you can almost watch his expression soften, and his mind go back to that fogged over state, and he like looks at the quill in his hand and then begins doodling again, muttering to himself.
Yeah, I'll clean up. I'll do a presto to clean up my own hand.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
So, everyone have a nice time.
Yes.
Don't know about everyone else, but I learned a fuck ton of information.
By the way, what did you say? Did the lady over there? Did she ask you your name? And you said something other than Tavanta.
No, I told her my name is Devante Simblair.
Okay, so that means either she singled me out, or there's some limit how many times how she can do it.
Do what?
It's okay, Chance. We know you're bad with the ladies. You don't have to make excuses.
No, I'm not referring to that.
Support.
I'm being serious. I should maybe say a name that felt a rather bit too personal to actually say in good company.
Is your name not Chance?
You know, the kind of name that has magical bindings, potentially?
No clue. Never
No
heard of it.
I have no
idea.
idea what you're talking about.
I believe those should not be talked this loudly in a public place, sir.
Do you remember what the words that she said were? Or what you said, I suppose.
Do I?
Yeah, but they were in Infernal, so.
Yes, but they were in Infernal, which also makes it a bit scarier, because, well,
I speak
contracts are
that.
Because contracts.
That sounds like some demon devil specific thing, I suppose.
Yes.
Not to be like, but it's like contracts and names. I think that's a whole like specific thing with them, not only.
That's a kind of word which I'd rather not open.
It still isn't a good thing that she has that name now, because I'm fairly certain if she were to use it against me, I would not be able to deny it.
So, game plan. Don't get on her bad side.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, in I think she said a few months, there will be a point where we may be able to see.
Oh. Wait, what? Again, was that a few weeks you said, or 3 months?
Months.
Okay.
Here's hoping.
There's hoping.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I just imagine Moyle just has a shit-eating grin, seeing Chance panic.
Well, he has a shit-eating grin because you just said we'll be able to see home in 3 months while Conley is still around.
Hey, I'm not the one who said that. I'm not the one who said that.
Vata did not pick up on the fact that he just fucked up and is going to continue on. And
Devonta,
also,
Devonta,
I learned that
Devonta, I poked his like his side with my elbows, like.
what is it? Why are you poking?
I point to
I don't
Talia.
want to. Huh?
I point toward Talia.
Talia?
Talia.
Conley, no. And like, yeah, we'll be able to go back and stay with the what do we call it? The conclave or whatever the fuck.
You can say whatever you want to.
I could spend some time with my family for a while. Don't you remember? Deception check with disadvantage, I'm assuming.
Only if Conlea wants to make an insight. Otherwise, it's her passive.
Well, my passive is 18, so
Well, good luck with that then.
You can tell that the Minotaur definitely fucked up and is trying to move past it.
Conley didn't pay any mind to it at first, but like starts thinking about it as you start acting like this, and it's like, huh.
There is apparently
Still makes sense.
a tribe or a bunch of Minotaur who are very traditionalist and, to some people, barbaric. So that's fun. And apparently everyone's just going to assume I came from them. So that's fun.
Great.
It's weird,
Well,
not.
It shouldn't be that hard to convince people otherwise, considering you're so, well-mannered.
It feels weird saying that. I just grew up with our group, and so I didn't know that there was isolationism is a bitch.
Truly.
Indeed.
What has everyone else learned?
Well, aside from the fact that a particular name of mine is now in his position of a rather powerful wizard,
That's fun.
I know where we're going
She's
to
a
go.
wizard.
Well, she used magic to charm me to compel me to say it, so
Did you hear her say it, Dosa?
well, she's either a wizard or some powerful arcane user. Because there wasn't anything remote. I didn't feel anything remotely divine about it.
Okay, out of character, every time Chauvin talks, I'm taken back to like if he's like a slave and he's talking to a master. I don't know, sir. Our master never told me nothing about that, sir.
Oh my
Wow!
Every time you say that,
Wow!
You do that voice way too well, too.
Us way.
Oh, wow. Maybe.
Okay, but
Wow.
she's also a professor at the academy at the Davros Academy, so she's going to be a powerful magic user regardless.
Yeah, apparently us magically inclined should definitely check out the academy.
Yeah.
It's sad to say that I also found out that my particular study of Druidcraft, along with the study of the moon, is pretty wiped the fuck out, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised considering Arcanite everywhere.
And I do believe it is rather hard to see the moon from under the cloud cover, sir.
So I do feel like our goal, at least my goal at this, is to visit the academy after the tournament.
Yeah,
Because
that would be interesting.
speaking with Professor Talstein over there, I realize I've gotten a decent lead on some of the documents I've been carrying.
Oh, since we're talking about stuff after the I want to say festival, but this isn't really a festival. The tournament, thank you. After the tournament, I found someone who may be able to get us that chest plate chance. It's going to be a little awkward, and we're gonna have to do some finagling. But there's someone who could transmute substances from one substance to another. At the Blue Brooch, and they can get we were talking about it, and they could possibly make us a mithril chest plate, but we will either need to help them or pay a lot of money, and so we're helping them.
All right. So they're saying they can transmute something into mithril.
Yes. Well, they could transmute. From what I saw, they could transmute just about anything to anything. I saw them transmit.
Wait,
I think it was.
does
was
that
a
seem like a
necklace.
is that very impressive arcane stuff? Or that's like yes, alchemy.
From silver to gold.
Transforming anything to mithril, I think, would be a bit like, that's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming with like a passive Arcana, I would know that's kind of like yeah, that's impressive.
I mean,
That's some high tier shit. Anyways,
I mean, I don't know. Arcana. I'm trying not to use it as a catch-all, but it's hard not to. It would be more like if you had proficiency in alchemist's tools, you could make an intelligence check with your
Okay, fair. I
proficiency.
don't have that. Yeah, fair.
Because it's not really an arcane study. It's alchemy.
Alchemy.
It's physical study.
Yeah, fair.
All right. So, as you all are discussing this, Conley, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
I turn.
As you turn around, you see, holding a glass of wine, with Daphne at his side, you see Hadrigan standing up. Good evening.
Holding a glass out to me or holding a glass for himself?
Yes. He is holding a glass out for you, and he is also holding one for himself.
Okay, I'll take the outstretched glass. I appreciate it very much.
You're very welcome. I don't believe we've been introduced yet.
Oh, sorry. Conley Hellbent, and I will swap my drink over to the left hand, and I'll reach out to shake hands with him.
Sir Hadrigan, and this is my associate, Lady Daphne.
I will give a polite curtsy. I appreciate you all, you both coming up and talking to me. Is just for greetings, or did something catch your eye?
Well, addressing the group as a whole here, I would say that we are very impressed with your performances throughout the week. Been keeping an eye on you, and I think you have an interesting amount of potential. I wanted to let you know that, regardless of the outcome, should your group be in the need for employment, that you can come and call on me, and I may or may not have something that would suit your particular interests.
I'm going to look over to the rest of the group to see how they respond.
Granta nods politely and says, "Thank you very much. We'll keep that in mind."
In the interest of doing business in the future, should you need it, call on me at Zassany.
Takes out a quick notebook, writes down, call on Hadrigan at Zassany.
Zazzeny. It's on the map. It's in Set Morvis province.
Thank you. Like, no.
Call on me there. I have a number of ongoing personal projects that I could use a bit of assistance with. I think perhaps a group such as yours, with your wide array of talents, could prove useful. And of course, you will be very fairly compensated.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
I believe one of you...
Sometimes all about money, sir.
Well, one of you has already met my bankroller. He will see to the arrangements of financial compensation. Or perhaps trade of knowledge or magical equipment. Depends. We can discuss at a later date. I just wanted to extend the hand of possibility to you.
Very much appreciated. We'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you.
And with that, he looks at Conlia specifically, takes your hand, kisses the fingers and says, "Adieu," and turns around, and he begins to stride toward the exit and leaves the party.
Eyebrow raise.
I shrug.
What was that last bit? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. But
He
before left.
kissed my hand and said adieu.
Adieu, and left.
And I
I believe, according to the text, that means somebody got lucky.
no,
I think you need
No.
to stop
no.
reading your damn
What-
books for
What
absolutely
books are you?
everything.
What books are you reading?
What?
Does that sound like
I-
that?
Where is your book? Can I see this book? I would like to see this book. Where the
I
fuck is this
also
book?
love this book.
Granted, I wasn't exactly supposed to be reading from this section, sir.
He's been reading
What?
smut in his spare time.
I agree with Boyle. I agree with Boyle.
Yes,
Yeah,
I also
I'm
agree with
just, yeah, I just, everything doesn't, we need to sit down and have a very long conversation about the real world and whatever the fuck your books have been telling you.
I love how Devin slipped into Tavanta there.
Oh god.
Well, to be a good librarian, you have to know all the books in the library, sir.
But you do know that, I feel like I'm going to have this conversation with my kids in a few years. If you're not going to drink that wine, please hand it over to me.
I'm gonna look and
yeah.
see if there's a wine table or anything like that.
There's an open bar.
Oh, Savanta leaves.
I'm gonna follow Tavanta to have a few drinks.
I'm also gonna follow.
Chance is also gonna go.
Yeah.
Group bar
Oh
trip.
man, it's just left with more.
It has gotten to that part of the night where people are starting to wind down and leave. Brom and Ursivol are at the exit, seeing people off, shaking their hands for a final time, and basically playing politician. Redka, the third prince, is at the bar, completely sloshed. He's fucked up. And he's sitting there, and he's got like several empty bottles around him, tankard in hand, and he's singing something, but it's in a drunken, slurred speech that's so incomprehensible you have no idea what's going on.
So I guess we all just go with him and hang out with him for a second while we knock a few back to get that conversation out of our heads.
Yes.
Indeed.
He kind of,
I mean, Chad.
in his drunken stupor, he like glances up from his glass in the middle of his song, and then looks at you and just goes, "What the? What? Huh?" You're like, "What did he fucking say?"
You are not my mission right now. I move past him. I grab a few drinks. I start slugging them back.
Okay. He looks at you and he's like, he takes it as a challenge and he starts to down his own
Oh
drink.
my God.
Sir, you're going to die. I just
He is-
look to our resident paladin and just like, could you please help him before he dies?
I really wish I had protection.
Lay on
force
hands
right now.
5, so he's immune, disease.
There's a moment where, hold on. There's a moment before you do that when you look at him and you realize that he is slugged back a lot. Like, this is alcohol poisoning 101, but he's fine. He's absolutely just amazing.
As soon as he starts looking like he's about to go into a competition, I'm like, this is not what we're here for, buddy. You are going to kill yourself. Someone take care of him. And I immediately slug him back like a glass of wine.
Chance is more upset that he got played like that easy.
He's taking
That's what
wine
Chance
shots.
is drinking. Chance got played like a damn fiddle.
Oh yeah, easily.
Just fun.
Mo, you want any drinks?
You can see that Redka on the other end of the bar is now using minor illusion to make like a miniature like gravure show
Oh my!
on the table out of like little like dancing light illusions.
Chance is just gonna knock back his drink and go, okay, I'm heading back to the. I'm heading back to the inn. You all have a lovely evening.
Give me
Bartender,
red bounty.
bartender, how much for a bottle of the red?
I think it's just a free bar there, fella.
If I don't get stopped, I'm just gonna take a bottle of red and head back to the inn to drown my sorrows. This is the most humiliated Chance has felt in a long time. He got out magicked, and he didn't even realize until it was too late.
1 glass for racism, 2 glass for fucking up and revealing a bit of information to Conlia, a 3rd glass for Strovan's bullshit, and a 4th glass because fuck me, I'm tired.
I
4
don't
glasses
see what I
because-
did was a bullshit.
4 glasses because I didn't fuck anything up tonight.
Okay, everybody, round of Constitution checks, please.
Wait,
Constitution saving
why am I
throws.
rolling? I'm not drinking.
I know everyone who's drinking.
Okay,
23.
okay.
Constitution checks, okay.
No, saves. Sorry, saving throws.
Well, mine's the same. Oh,
Chance
No.
is fine. Skylar's fucked.
I only have like 4 anyway.
You're fine. Skylar has been doing nothing but dancing and drinking, and is now the one girl at the party who just overdoes it.
God
Yeah.
damn it! I wanted to talk to Skylar too. God.
Starcow.
Skylar's been fucking lit this entire time.
Starcow is also lit, like almost comparatively. You're not used to like heavy drinking, so. And they brought out, because it's the palace. They brought out the fucking good stuff. All right, like this ain't no Fireball.
Yeah,
This is like top shelf Macallan Scotch and shit like that. Like it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I get fucked up and then I attempt to leave.
Can I unfuck myself with my own hands?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I unfuck myself.
Chances reserved. You know, you're having a few drinks, but you're spacing them out. You're not slugging them back as the others are doing.
Like Stark Alley.
Yeah, and plus your fiendish heritage has a slight disposition toward resistance to poison. Not enough to give you, you know, the resistance.
Actual
per limit.
resistance.
Yeah, not enough to give you that, but you can hold your booze pretty well.
That's 4 levels off before I get that.
Yeah.
3
Yes.
actually, because it's 8.
You know, Skylar, as the only 2 girls in the group, I don't think we've had a lot of time to talk.
Yeah, no. I'm not really much of a talker, so.
Well, I am. So, mind if I chat your ear off for a bit?
Sure.
Alright. Do you want to do this in character or out of character? Because we only got like 20 minutes left in the session.
Do it in
don't-
character.
I don't
and
know
then
if
when
the
you're
play
done,
is-
we'll be done.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, Sir Hadrigan is nice and all, but, you know, kind of forward.
Yeah. He is very much forward.
I don't know if I'm interested in anything like that right now. Like a long-term relationship. Not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously, but like, I don't know. How about you? Anyone back home? I know Tavanta is a father.
No, not really.
No parents or
I have I have like
Siblings?
parents and a brother, but that's about it.
what does your brother do?
He is a wizard. He's
So,
yeah.
so
Man,
God.
being in the party is full of antisocials. It's great.
Yes.
You know those small fake flags?
yes.
Yeah, for some reason Stolborn has one of them and he's just waving it around like Yay, party.
Interesting.
Well, it was nice talking to you, I guess.
Yes.
Well, that was
We
awkward.
should,
Bye.
we should head back to the inn now. Isn't that the second time that's happened as well, or was that with me and Strowman?
That was me and you.
You and Sylvan, I think you and Chance had an awkward conversation too.
God
To be honest, I
damn
kind of
it.
fogged over during that whole thing, so I don't know what just happened.
Nothing. Exactly nothing.
Perfect. I didn't miss jack shit.
An attempt at conversation was had, then it failed beautifully.
The conversation started off good, and then Skylar was like, I have a brother. He's a wizard.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
I
that's where that conversation ends, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
How many other people are left in the party to talk
There's
to?
everyone's like, you guys are like the hangers on. Like, the princes are, doing their own thing. Brahm and Ursula have left. They're gone. Redka has
I
been
believe-
also escorted somewhere else during this time. Like he's like, you're an embarrassment. Get the fuck out of here. It's like, they moved him away.
I
Um,
believe this
Boston
might
has
be a
already
good time
tried
to.
to- Drunkily dipped.
yeah, all of the older nobility, old people have a bedtime of like 8 o'clock, so they're gone. they're out of here. This was the latest they've stayed up in a long time. The only
not
people
have-
really left are the servants and the bartender, who are there like cleaning up the mess, and you see one of them with a big like basket that's full of crumpled up pieces of paper and stuff that he's been gathering from the corner where Kibler was sitting.
Well, we should head back to inn, considering
Yes.
we have a big day tomorrow.
indeed.
Cool. And if no one else has anything else to do, then that's where we're gonna call it for today. We'll finish it up
Sounds
next week.
Only got to the tournament arc today, guys.
Woo! You got one thing done. You got two things done.
Poor bartenders.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
if Redka goes to the party, then it's gonna be a fucking travesty for him, at least. So he's gonna drink his brother's, dry, whenever he goes. It's just, by reputation and by example, you can tell that Redka is not exactly the most well put together ruler, and actually, I'll have Conlia make a history check for me.
Oh no, he's put together all right. He's put together like a fucking Rubik's. Never mind. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna just not be mean.
A history of 7. I am not from this area, and I
Um,
don't really care about.
Yeah,
Fat
I mean, just in general, listening to whispers. I mean, your passive perception is high enough that you would catch little snippets of conversation directed about Redka, that his province has been falling into a state of essentially like decline in the more recent years, ever since the king started to ail, started to become sick. Redka has been essentially, his people live in relative poverty, and yet he's always seen, spending large amounts of money on booze and parties, and traveling around and partaking of other people's shit, and trying to be like the guy who's cool because he spends a lot of money, and putting two and two together, that doesn't always equal a good ruler or regent.
He's trying to be the playboy billionaire, but without the playboy part.
Yeah, or the billionaire part, really.
Oh no.
He's not that rich. He's spending a lot more than he probably should. Just economics talk that doesn't immediately interest you, but you can kind of get a sense for like this guy's the province is probably not, super great off right now.
I just can't believe I got chance that got played so hard.
You got played like a fiddle.
Like a
and
damn
I'm gonna
fiddle.
head out.
I'm like 30% sure Conley got flirted with, so I don't even know anymore.
Well, you can figure that out if you go talk to him again in Zasani at some point in the future. But right now, we're going to sign off. I will see you guys next week for episode fucking 15 of this shit. Goodbye.
There you go.